You gotta admit, I was kind of cooking there with the title. I spent like 3 minutes in the managed broadcast section trying to come up with a unique title name, and I think I got it. I think I got it. I think most people are looking at that and being like, I haven't seen a title like that one before. So I think I should get a cookie. In fact, I did get a free Red Bull. All I had to do was sign something. I don't know what I signed. I don't know what it did. They were like, I showed up and I was like, if I sign this, do I get a free Red Bull? And they were like, yes. And then I signed it and I took my free Red Bull. I have no idea what I signed, but I'm sure that petition's gonna do something. And like, you know what I can guarantee you? It's not gonna change as my life as much as this Red Bull, for the worse or for the better. So at the end of the day, I got a free Red Bull. My life's gonna be pretty much guaranteed unchanged. So I think I'm kind of winning. Doing polybridge? No, we're doing stressful polybridge. That's really just forts. Because that, I mean, look, it's similar. There's like nodes and there's wood and there's metal. Like, where have you seen that before? That's right, it's in polybridge. I wonder if the YouTube algorithm put this stream under polybridge so that it's not getting recommended to me. Early stream? This is normally when I start my Friday streams. What are you talking? You're lying. You're trying to bait me right now. This is spotted. I'm not gonna take this. Why do I have two tabs open? Close that one. And I have to open Twitch so the Twitch kids don't get neglected. Been neglecting them for a long time, and now I'm starting to feel bad, you know? If I don't give them enough attention, who knows, they may turn into criminals. We can't be having that. Because then they're gonna blame me, and then my career's gonna be over. So that would be terrible. I wouldn't be happy with that. I think I may have cooked a little bit too hard on the title. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks like nobody's even finding the stream. Yeah. Probably should have always put force in the title, but that's okay. Only the real people are gonna show up today. Probably just turn off commanders. And let's turn on VFX. Be a good little streamer. Do my job correctly. Hello, Kartoffel. No, fuck, somebody left. Wait, was it Kartoffel that left? No, Kartoffel's still here. Hello, Kartoffel Baton 7173. I may have accidentally started the game too early. Wasn't expecting there to be a, satanic lever that just leaves in the middle of the thing. It was uncalled for. 3v4? No, I didn't mean to do it. It's my bad. It's my bad. Can't even stream correctly anymore. Maybe I should change the title. Can I change the title live? I know I could change the title if I pull up the YouTube panel. I haven't actually gone into the YouTube live panel in forever. Mainly because, like, after I start the stream, why would I change what I'm doing? I just do one thing for 5 hours straight. Oh, there's live studio? Oh, those are different things. There's a live section in the YouTube channel, in the YouTube platform? That's crazy. I didn't know about that one. Where's live? I can't find live. Is there no button? Go live. I should already be live stream. Bro. Oh. And they don't have my live stream. What? Bro, look at this. They've lost it. They don't have it. It's gone. It's not here. That's amazing. That's what I was looking for. Where can I change the name? It's lost. Okay. I guess I can't change the name of the live stream in the middle of the live stream. It's not how that works. But that's just how I guess the YouTube ecosystem works. They're worth like trillions of dollars and can't even make a successful YouTube live channel. Like, who's streaming from the YouTube section? Everybody just streams from OBS or something, right? Brother. Unreasonable. Manage. Ah, no. There it is. Okay, it's under the manage tab. The $1 trillion company figured it out. Hmm. Now, if I go to stream settings, can I find the name? Hopefully I can find the name. I actually get a tech down here first and make sure I don't completely lose by not going rockets fast enough. Okay, I can click on it. Is it in the stream settings? Can I change the title? Maybe. Actually, I never actually placed the upgrade center back here, but I think that's actually a valid upgrade center spot. I usually, like, leave that area unclaimed. I'm sure I'm, like, in 1 sec. Oh, I can't edit. And I'll just put in parentheses forts. Okay, okay. And now, surely, this will make everything actually work. There we go. There we go. Now I should be winning. Anyways, how are your guys' days going? Anything interesting happening to you guys? Chat's dead as, like, actually, this is, like, one of the deadest chats I've ever seen. I guess I'll just have to carry this myself. Actually, yesterday, I met a yapper, and it was kind of shocking. Because normally yappers are hard to find in the wild, but this one, she had just the same energy I did, and it was, like, there's a lot of people I talk to when I do some light remarks, like light insults, you know, like, it's not like I'm, like, saying, like, you suck directly. I'm just like, you know, I was like, you know, that dress you're wearing right now doesn't exactly fit you, you know, you could be doing better with, I don't know, a green one or something, you know, just doing some light, and a lot of people just look at me confused after that, but she was just vibing. No Angry Birds? No, it's the Angry Birds are coming, okay? Like, these shoot projectiles just like the Angry Birds shoot themselves. They shoot themselves out of a slingshot. They don't they don't shoot. I wonder if there's ever, like, a miscommunication at, like, whoever runs Angry Birds, I forgot the company name, but they were just like, okay guys, the Angry Birds have to start shooting themselves at Mach 5, and they're just like, okay, well, does he mean that they put a gun to themselves, or does he mean that, you know, they actually shoot themselves out of the slingshot? There could be miscommunication here. Look, I'm just saying that's a possibility. You can't rule it out. This guy's going portal nukes. This guy's going portal nukes and doesn't have a lick of actual wood defenses. And it's gonna work out for him because I don't have I don't have a sniper. Okay, well, now this is getting out of hand, bro. I have like 3 hours in forts. Well, you sound like a perfect member for one of my lobbies. You should join in so then I can make fun of you, okay? Like some people consider it immoral, but I'm just saying it makes for some good content, okay? I'm just trying to have fun, and then people are like, oh, you shouldn't make fun of the noobs, and it's like, no, everybody's been there, okay? And like, if I didn't make fun of the noobs, my YouTube channel would be gone, and it would be terrible. Like, for instance, that guy didn't know how to build wood defenses, okay? He didn't know what a sniper was. It makes it too easy. I got 10 hours? Oh my god. Look at it. I bet if you fought this guy with 3 hours, you would be absolutely crushing him. It would be a one-sided slaughterfest. You'd be like, this guy's a noob. He doesn't even know how to build a box. I at least know how to build a couple of gunners. And maybe make a tech. And do a buzzsaw rush. But this guy doesn't even know how to sell off his metal, so the buzzsaw rush failed. No, it's super interesting that in, like, certain cases, brushes don't work against bad players. Because the bad players don't get greedy and sell off all their metal, so you can AP snipe. It's weird. I have 0. I refunded this game. You refunded the game? Did you find it to be ass or something, or did you get destroyed too fast? Did I insult you too much? I'm sorry if I insulted you too much. You joined one of my lobbies. I made fun of everything you did. Like, man, this guy was born in July. He's a summer child. Oh god, what a loser. No wonder he can't build. And then you were like, nah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not gonna take this anymore. This community sucks. All it does is bully the new players. The lack of welcoming is over. Why would this ain't polybridge? No, it's look, it's polybridge. Look at this. Look at this. I can make a bridge. I'll make a bridge eventually in one of these games. And then you can be like, well, you know, it's like polybridge, but like you build the bridge as it's like with gravity on. You know, you don't just like make a bridge like exist, come into being. It's like, yeah, you know, I'll try and bridge as far as I can here. Test out my bridge building skills. You know, Eventually, maybe I'll even get... I need to get some... Wait, no, I need to make one of the muscles. Look at that. Got one of the polybridge... That strut will never break now. Not with the polybridge muscle. Now in effect. Okay. And I get another polybridge muscle in here. Oh, yeah, look at that. And a third one? Oh, my God. The fort's never gonna fall apart. They're looking at this and they're like, how would we even counter that? You guys ever seen such beautiful base design before? Hey, who has a sniper? I can't actually snipe that with this. This guy has a sniper. This guy also has a sniper up here. Muscle tech, yeah, it's new. No, muscles actually don't work in Forge. They only work in Polybridge for some reason. Even though I imagine the coding in the games are like extremely similar. In Forge, everybody just built a secondary structure inside the structure. Couldn't find any games under 100 ping, no playmates surrounding, only European strangers. Yeah, there's usually just Europeans in this game. That's how that kind of works. There's no American Force Discord. And the normal Force Discord is pretty much just run by Germans and Australians and French people. And it's just like, man, no red, white, and blue representation here. Shit sucks. I probably should shoot out that portal before he actually turns it on and obliterates me, huh? Yeah, there we go. No, the flag. I have no idea. I don't actually have a plan. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I built it for the bit and now it's useless. Fuck. Actually, kind of want to defend my thing from getting an overshot from another sniper there. Red, white, and blue. Cloud, do you know the French flag? That's true. That's true. Actually, but there's so many flags that are red, white, and blue. It's like the Russian flag's red, white, and blue. The Dutch flag is red, white, and blue. The British flag is red, white, and blue. Like, if you just say, oh, you're the red... Oh, and there's actually so many flags. Like, yeah, of course. But everybody already knows it means the US, you fool. We have colonized those colors, okay? And like whenever somebody says red, white, and blues, everybody that knows that's what you're referring to. It's like everybody knows when you're referring to the Empire, usually referring to the British Empire because they were kind of the Empire for a while. You know, controlled like a sixth of the world landmass or something, and now there's some stupid little island with nothing. I mean, it just goes to show how much British people can fall, and how much they can also rise. You have to give it to them. They actually kind of like came up from a shitty island and did a lot of stuff. It was kind of impressive, but then they had to throw it all away. And all because of some weird German guy. Made them spend all their money. Germans ruining everything for the British. That's what we're made for. Even more than the French. Like, Napoleon couldn't get rid of the British Empire, but the Germans could. Just think about that. The Germans were stronger than Napoleon himself. I think muscles only work even under load. I don't know. I've never seen anybody use... I'm sure if muscles were actually useful for stability in this game, people would be using them. But the thing is, in this game, strength is calculated by the length of a strut, and muscles have really short struts. So by that definition, they suck. Because short struts are by definition bad, and muscles are all short struts. So then they can't actually carry a lot of weight in the game. So that's why nobody builds them. And their ass... I mean, you can... I'm sure they add some, but it's like super... It's not noticeable. German efficiency is what it is. I think German efficiency is just made up, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, when I went to Germany and they were like, you have to sign into the city you're living in. And I was just like, what the fuck do you mean I have to sign in? They're like, the city requires you to go to the city, to the government polling center and register that you are a resident of the city. And I was like, okay, German efficiency, my ass. This shit is bureaucracy. Hell, what are you talking about? It's just a myth made up to make themselves feel better. You fell for the psyop, and it's understandable. The Germans do very good psyops. Cloud, this is our stream. The communists. I used to look at the Germans. Look at they do some things efficiently, but there's a lot of things where I was just like, man, this shit is better than the whoa. I'm selling off a lot of struts. I don't mean to. This shit was way better in the U.S. The U.S. kind of had this figured out, and I don't know why the Germans are doing it like this. The U.S. is just like, yeah, do whatever you want. Nobody cares, and that's super efficient. They had nobody working in the city office or anything. Imagine how efficient you literally have nobody working. That is super efficient. You know, if you don't have an employee, Don't have to pay anybody. Bet the Germans never thought of that, huh? Germans make doo-doo? Well, I mean, Germans still make cars. It's just the fact that the Chinese cars are more luxurious and cheaper at this point. So it's like, what are the Germans even around for, you know? Like, the BYDs are pretty, like, they're all electric, super luxurious, and half the price. I mean, the Germans are just getting out-competed. That's the beauty of capitalism. And then everybody's like, oh, we actually don't like capitalism anymore when the Chinese do it better. And it's like, oh, okay. All I'm hearing is some cope. You don't have an employee, you don't make money, lol. See, this is where AI comes in, okay? Because you can pretty much flawlessly. Look, I'm just repeating what all the investors in Wall Street are telling me, okay? AI can do everything an employee can without any problems, you know? Have you ever like they can do customer service calls and actually understand? No, bro, it pisses me off. Every time I get like an AI on customer service, I immediately fucking despise the company behind it. I'm like, it would have been so easy just to put a human there, and everybody goes for the human anyways. Like, everybody's just like, please give me a please, I just want a representative. And the AI's like, no, you will not get a representative. The representative, you do not need a representative. I can solve all your problems. God, I hate it so much. And you have to wait through the 20-minute trial of looking for the representative, and it's just like, damn, this was terrible. Terrible. Meanwhile, ask Grok or ChatGPT to count to 100. I can guarantee you they can do at least that. I am proving you wrong. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this. It just did it. And now you're looking like an idiot. You know, it did successfully count to 100. You know what I'm saying? And you see, now I'm proving chat to be a bunch of fools. It's that easy. You guys are just giving me layups right now, making me like, it's just I planted that guy in chat to make myself look smart. I literally no, they can't. Oh my god, it literally only spit out numbers for me with voice. Oh, now you're moving the goalpost. Suddenly the parameters are changing when you're wrong. I haven't seen this one before, except I have. Okay, you can't. I'm not. I look at you. You can't do that. I understand argumentation works. You made an initial claim, and after it was proven false, you changed the parameters around your initial claim that weren't there in the first place. You can't do that. Oh God, it's Felix Wilmus. And we're on the same team. Beautiful. Are you a coder? No. I'm not a coder. And I never aspire to be one. I've tried, and I'm good. I'm okay at it, but it's super frustrating for me. Every time I try coding, I look at the problem, and it's like, you're missing this one small thing. I'm like, this is some bullshit, man. And you know exactly what I'm trying to say, and you're saying that because I didn't do my punctuation correctly. I'm wrong. Like, it's actually just the, actually, you were missing a parentheses around your variable, so I interpreted, like, okay, bro, I think anybody could assume this correctly, you stupid-ass coding writing assistant, get lost. You know, I'm just saying that the AI could be a little bit smarter to make it more bearable to code with. But it's not. And so I'm embargoing it. Coding is so fun. It's not, though. Actually, coding can be fun if you're doing it in your free time, and for fun. Like, doing what you want for yourself, but when you're doing it for a class project, I don't know, man. With a time, like, deadline, it's kind of stressful. You need an IED, though. What is an IED? Now you're using but even the most normal person could understand what an IED is, because everybody in my profession understands what that is, so every normal person should also understand. Because how could you go living through life without a basic understanding of how an IED functions and works? Like, come on, man, I'm just a normal civilian, okay? I don't get all your, like, military codes or whatever. I'm outside of that group. Don't even try and lump me in with the smart people. Integrated development environment. Yeah, and I was supposed to figure that out on my own, huh? Come on, man. You need to act like I'm more of an idiot, okay? And then when I catch you out for doing that, then I can make fun of you. And everybody wins. When I listen to you, we don't need IED, we need a fucking planet-sized EMP. What, you're saying listening to me is like the worst thing you ever happened? What do you mean a plan? It's like to kill me? To end the stream? God. All you do is insult me. One of these days I'll get you back. Now you have new AI slaves for syntax and code. That's true. That's true. I can just vibe code everything. Who even needs coders anymore? I got Claude. Claude is all I ever needed, man. It got everything I need. I can be like, yo, build this for me. I've never actually tried using like AI code to actually build something, but maybe I should. I'll be like, make a code that'll make all my viewers love me, and then like only post positive things, and then like after that, I'll just be showered with praise forever, and I'd be like, this is the best thing that ever happened, and then I fork over my $200 a month to Sam Altman, and Sam Altman will be like, you're the best thing that ever happened. I'm like, I know. I was just waiting for somebody to say it. You're exaggrading. What does exaggrading mean? That only works for code that's not as difficult as Minecraft modding. Wait, can AI not Minecraft mod? I thought that would be like the main thing AI is used for. It starts hallucinating instantly. I mean, what I imagine the case is that number one, all Minecraft mods are written like shit, and I know, because I've tried to run Minecraft mods before, and believe me, it takes up more resources than Helldivers 2, which is just absurd. You know, I try to run like a couple of mods, and it's just like, your entire PC will now explode. And I'm like, oh, thank you very much. This is what I was waiting for. I wanted my entire PC to die over, like, adding some lucky blocks to my Minecraft. You know what? I love this. And also, I imagine there's not enough data to be trained on for the large language models, so then they just start cooking themselves. Have you ever played Clash Royale? I have played Clash Royale. I don't play it anymore, though. I consider myself a strong man, and I love voting with my wallet, okay? And after they added Evos and level 16 and all the other bullshit, I was like, I'm done. This is some clownery. They should never have added this. It's terrible, it's bad for the game, and it's clearly a money play. They're shitifying their product to make more money. And unlike our like overlords and Google and Amazon and stuff, you have alternatives to Clash Royale. Did you know that? Do you know you can delete Clash Royale and download a different mobile game? It's a crazy thought. I know, but you can do that. Now with like operating system, you're kind of stuck with like Windows and the other bullshit. But with Clash Royale in specific, no, you can just leave, and it's kind of based. I love just leaving. You gotta the power, and look, like, and now like Clash Royale has lost like they're making like $20 million less every month or something. So you know, I can see the effects of my boycott. They shouldn't have ruined it. They had such a good thing going, and then they just had it shitify it, and now look where they are. They're cooked. They're cooked, and they did the same thing with Clash of Clans. Same thing. They had a good thing going, and they started adding a town hall every year, and you know, after that, and then they removed all the upgrade timers. Then all my time was wasted. You know, I spent like 6 years playing it as a child, and then they came in and they're like, all the upgrade timers removed. They're gone. There's no upgrade timers left. And I was like, what do you mean there's no upgrade timers left? I had to spend a week upgrading this cannon, and you mean these children can get upgraded in just 12 hours? What about my time? It's all gone. It's in the void. So, like, it's cooked. It's cooked. You just go to your computer and play Force. Yeah, bro, Force is peak. Force doesn't use up all of my resources for no reason. What do you mean there's no upgrade timers? Isn't there's no 2-month upgrades anywhere? I'm pretty sure there is, like, for your town hall. But, like, they like, divided it by, like, 14 or something, you know? Something insane like that. Like, they practically, they didn't remove the upgrade timers per se, but they kind of just removed them. It doesn't really exist anymore, you know? A 12-hour upgrade, come on, I go to sleep in that. Like, I didn't have to wait until, like, my parents got divorced and then, like, got back to, like, you know, it's not that long. It's not that long. I can do that in, like, one night. Cloud sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? I'm pretty sure Raid Shadow Legends is also extremely pay to win. Uses my time for no reason. No, I mean, look, but it's just the fact that I had to suffer through the long upgrade timers. Now the new players don't, and I think I've been scammed. That's all, okay? You know, I had to go through the pain. Now all these kids don't. Like that's my main problem. Like, if I had to go through the pain, other kids should also as well. It's just, it is what it is. Troops are free too. Yeah, okay. Troops being free, I don't actually mind. Troops, that was fine with that. I was just like, you know what, that's an understandable thing. That feels more like quality of life. Because it just meant that you had to hop on every 30 minutes, which is really annoying. But, like, you know, troops being free and troops not being free, I don't think changed much. But it was the upgrade timers that really, because, like, if your troops were free or troops were not free, you were pretty much always limited by upgrade timers regardless. And now the upgrade timers are just, it's not the limiting factor, now it's the resources, right? So it's just not it. It's not it. Not a big fan. Let's see, which base is Felix Wilman? Who is building the Accelerator? Nobody's building an Accelerator this game. Felix loves building minigun excels. That's his whole personality. Any updates on the roommate? He's good. He's not here right now. I actually don't know where he is. He may actually have class, right? I think he has class right now. He doesn't have class. He has class on Fridays at like 1, and I guess he just left early to, I don't know, study or something. I mean, we have finals next week, so it's like, you know, I imagine some people go outside and study and stuff. I mean, I couldn't really. I'm not about to start studying for anything. That sounds like a lot of work. But I think that's what he's doing. And, you know, good for him. Quite a studious little guy. Uh-oh. Is that going to drop? But I think my roommate's doing... Oh, it dropped in the ground. Poor... No cannons for that guy. He can't have fun. Dog, I don't click on the notification for the stream, but that title got me hooked. Oh, thank you. I really tried to cook with this title, and I put in my best effort. And I think my efforts are paying off. You know, I had to rub my 3 neurons together and all, and that's what came out, and I'm very happy with the outcome. Like, that is one of my works of genius. When I write my autobiography, I mean, like, there's one thing that changed my life. It was the 13th of March 2026, and I came up with this ingenious stream title that changed my perspective on the world forever. After that, never could look at anything the same again. I had reached the peak of my existence, and it was all downhill from here. That's what's going to be written in my autobiography. Autobiography's got to be one of the most, like, egotistical things ever to write, though, because, like, I'm 100% lying in that thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think autobiographies are cool and all, but you know, when I do something silly, you know, if I ever commit a crime, I'm not adding that to my autobiography. And if I do add it, it's gonna be really embellished. You know, like, I outsmarted 4 banks, stole all the money, created a Ponzi scheme, and then scammed like 3,000 people. And at the end of the day, all I did was some credit card fraud. Or insurance fraud. You know, I would be making myself seem way grander than I really am. You know, keep my name around for eons to come. Do you miss your dance drama? No, God, I do not. I do not. That was actually probably one of the most stressful moments of my life. I'm gonna be honest with you. The whole dance shtick, like I was barely able to eat, barely able to sleep while that was going on. It was nerve-wracking. I was under pressure because there was also that girl that confessed that she liked me and then cold-shouldered me after I argued with her, and that she made it really uncomfortable. So I mean, like, look, that was a interesting point in my life. It was good for like it was good. I'm happy that it happened. I would not want to live in that long term. You know, it's like winter. You know, you go up to winter and you ski for 2 weeks. You're like, man, winter is so cool. Winter is amazing, and then you leave, and then you've had fun in winter. You go back to your, like, mild weather in California. Right? And I think it's the same thing there, because I wouldn't want to be in that situation long term. That seems like hell. You know, I'm happy that it was there for, like, 2 weeks, and then I would never have to do it again. I could just take a break. A girl had a crush on me? Yes. Somebody, she said she liked me, and she gave me a little bit of a note, like a piece of paper. And on it was like, I like you, and here's my number. Don't respond if you don't reciprocate my feelings. And then I texted her, and then I got an argument with her, and then that was it. And then, we still had to do, she was still part of the dance, and I was still in the dances. And then she just gave me mean looks for the rest of the time, and I was like, man, that wasn't great. Not the best outcome of the situation. This is polybridge gameplay. I still know how to play Forza on an average level. You see, it would be funny if I already didn't know who you are and recognize your name. You've shown up in my lobbies like 18 times. My brain pattern recognition's going off right now. But I see, look, if I have the funny story about the girl in the dance class, right? But I wouldn't want to have been in there for like 2 months. That would have been terrible. At that point, I would have that would just be chronic levels of stress, like long-term stress that raises cortisol levels or something. And high cortisol levels are really bad for you, right? I'm sure I know there was like some study or somebody told me that having prolonged stress is like extremely unhealthy and like leads to like death at like 27. And I'm not all for that. Dying at 27, nuh-uh. That's not for me. I'm a big fan of dying at least at like 40. Okay? That's my goal. Worth it? Made content? Okay. You're saying that my emotional well-being getting toyed with is good for content? You know, that's a fairly accurate statement, but you know, sometimes I'm unhappy about that. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I wish my emotional state would just stay relatively consistent. I had random devices appear at random times. That doesn't sound like a very fun mod. Battery appears in front of my core. I feel like that mod would just force you to place sandbags everywhere but where you want the devices to be placed, you know? I'll just place sandbags in every possible location. No, because then like a battery could just get added. Like I would have to put a solid piece of metal like that so a device could be placed there. Dying when you're not really sick is really sick, man. Really? What? I don't understand that. Wait, Nine Cloud, he'll make calm improving is so good. Really? Look. I'm not about to make more content about when I get made fun of, okay? Because then everybody's gonna learn that if they insult me, then I'll make more content, and they're gonna insult me more. And I can't be insulted more, so I understand how incentive structures work. I'm not gonna make more videos like that, because then it'll encourage bad behavior. And I'm not all about bad behavior, okay? It's not happening. So you keep the words kind, because there's no more videos going to be made like that probably. Maybe in like 2 years, but not anytime soon. But you already made a video about it. Thanks for answering your question. Did I answer any of your questions? I answered one of your questions. Okay, see you. What is your delete button? It's set to Q. I'm not actually sure what the default keybinds are anymore. But Q, I'm pretty sure Q was unused. So you can just set it to Q and it's really easy to delete stuff off then. Oh, please collapse. You're so close. It's so close. Look at this. Do they know your YouTube channel in school? There's no. Only a few people know about my YouTube channel. I mean, in college, my roommate does. I accidentally left my YouTube channel linked to my Discord, so one guy in one of the clubs knew because he saw that I was streaming. I have now unlinked my YouTube channel to my Discord. And 3 other people. 3 of my friends know. But only like, how much is that? 4 or 5 people maybe in my university know? Not very many. Base delete button is absolutely stupid. Yeah, the fact that it's on the backspace, or is it on delete? Yeah, it's either on backspace or delete, and like having to like lift up your hands. Hey, hold on. Here, I have a camera for a reason. Hold on. Yeah, surely this will break. Having like lift up your hand from this side of the computer or just to go like over here, like that's so stupid. Like nobody has time to lift up their hand to go all the way over on that side of the keyboard. We're playing an RTS game. You got to make it efficient. Oh, it's Greg. You're to destroy me. We do some high seas. Get some black seas running. Link YouTube to Discord. I just started the game and I got so confused by it. Yeah, like, I don't... Maybe I need to have a talk with the devs about that, you know? Go in the tester Discord and say, hey, why don't you just change the delete button to Q? There's nothing on that anyways. It'll be super easy. What the heck is that 1v1v1v1 map? There's quite a few silly 1v1v1v1 maps. I'm not really interested in doing a free-for-all right now. Modded? Oh, but then if I play modded, I'll actually have to use my brain to play the game. That's how modded works, you know? Vanilla is like, I already understand everything. Is school even relevant now? I mean, I'm in university. I hope it's relevant. Like, allegedly, I can get a certification, and that matters a lot because then you pass standardized tests. I think school is relevant if it's a standardized test-based curriculum and not like a vibes curriculum. You know what? I think more vibe curriculum are more like the communications major, business major. I feel like those are more vibes based, but more like mathematical, solid based curriculums. I think there's still like validity too. You know, you can't exactly cheat on an AI on a test. You know, as long as the professors are paying attention. What is my dream job? I would love. Actually, it would be interesting as being an actor. I think being an actor would be pretty cool. You know, you like not one of like the poor, like not famous. Like I feel like being a famous actor is where all the shit's at. You know, because then you can demand exorbitant wages, like being The Rock. Okay, you can just pretty much demand that your character's always good. You get paid an enormous amount of money, and then you can just not show up to work and still get paid. You know, you can just be an asshole and you can't get fired because you're The Rock. Like at that point, that's kind of that you've already won in life. You know, I just be one of the best actors that has ever existed. I know maybe I'm fantasizing the job, which is completely possible. I've never been an actor. Do you know that? I've never even tried to put my hat in the ring. But I feel like once you become that, you're just kind of like, do whatever I want, have all the money, get the. I don't know. The fame may be a downside. And you an economy, so you don't like your classes? Well, I'm not. I'm an actuarial science major, which means I have to do some economics class. I think I have to do like 5 in total, which means that I just make fun of them because they're all silly. They're all a little bit not difficult. They are mostly play planes. Alright, fine. They're mostly just clowning around and not actually... Like, look, I watch some economics YouTube channels, okay? And so I show up into the classes, and the classes are just like, well, when the markets are uncertain, they generally charge a higher interest rate because they want a greater return to make sure that their risk assessment is being covered. And I'm just like, really? Really? You know where I've heard this before? On YouTube education. Like, no, the fact is, like, I thought I was going to university because I would get a different education. Nah, it's actually like YouTube has already taught me everything that in university. Like, I watch anime during my econ classes. Like, where do you think I'm getting the time to watch Free Run Beyond Journey's End? You think I'm doing that instead of playing video games? Of course not. I'm watching that during lecture. Also, I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen during lectures. Watching those two, it's pretty peak. I'm having a lot of fun. Fame is a double-edged sword. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't want to like walk in a supermarket and somebody be like, "Oh my god, it's that guy," and I'd be like, "No, I'm just trying to buy some eggs. Okay, calm down, man. Some of us just need to get some eggs to enjoy our life." Ah, I love eggs. I've been eating a lot of eggs for breakfast. They're kind of like the peak dish. They're super easy to make and to be. I mean, I feel like eggs, like they're super, like they have a very high bottom, but also a very high ceiling. Like eggs, it's hard to mess up eggs, right? But it's also like, you can also make them to such a superb level that they taste good. They're always like mid or above, which I find to be great. Have you ever watched Evangelion? No. I think I tried, and I was just like, I'm not watching this. I think that was my perspective on Evangelion. Though I've heard a lot of people say it's good. And aren't they going to come out with a new series? I heard that they were going to remake the original series or something, right? I heard about that. And then, like, if they may remake it in modern animation and like actually put a budget into it, I may watch it. I may watch it. I'm just trying some eggs. Egg connoisseur. Do you have any advice for someone getting into the game? Man, you see, Melody, the problem is, I downloaded this game in 2022, and in 2022, everybody was ass. So when you downloaded the game, you weren't even that far behind. I have no idea how I learned the game. Okay, maybe just try and learn one build order. This is theoretic. Try and learn one build order, like one cannon build order, and then just play that until the end of time, and then you'll slowly learn how to play against everything. Eventually, somebody's going to shoot you with a howitzer, and then you'll learn how to defend howitzers, okay? And I think that's a good way to learn how to play the game, although I'm not exactly sure. My advice is just, I don't know. It's been like 5 years, okay? I barely remember middle school, And I was doing a lot of other things in middle school, mainly playing like Ark Survival Evolved, so I wasn't very concerned with this game alone. You're gonna watch the One Piece when you make if it's good and it's not slow. My main problem with the current One Piece is super slow. So if it's fast paced and it's good, yeah, I'll hit it up. I'll check it out, see what all the hype's about. But if it is slow, then if it's like the original One Piece where it just sits there and you're just falling asleep in your chair as one of them goes like, Luffy just hit a punch on the enemy guy, you know, and then there's just that for like 3 episodes. And it's just like, man, can you move? Like, look at he's done this like 8 times before at least. Okay, like you think Chopper wouldn't be shocked because how many times you've seen it? I'm just saying objectively, Chopper should be used to the punches by now. What is fast paced compared to current One Piece? I don't know. Learn how to not collapse yourself. Step 2 win. Yeah, learning stability is generally like a pretty big deal. What's going on with this guy? Pretty sure this guy is probably like going over the lasers, maybe? In that case, I may just be cooked here. Because I was not paying attention to what he... Actually, what I can do is just build a wall of energy shields, maybe? I can do that. Just actually go with the super expensive solution. So ass, man. Definitely should not build a wall of energy shields on top. All your money goes into the void. But it is what... It works. It works. Oh, this guy could also be going planes. I don't actually know. If he is going planes, it's kind of a weird plane build, right? Hey, no, don't shoot my plane launcher. It's done nothing. It's innocent. Done nothing to the guy on top. Do energy shields work for orbital lasers? Yes. Yes, they do. It'd be kind of weird if one laser just isn't affected by energy shields. No, but they do. But it's generally really awkward placing an energy shield there because, like, it gets 0 value unless you're shot specifically by an orbital laser. Oh. I just imagine now that I've said that on stream that my teammates are going to shoot one of my teammates with the orbital laser or something. Or the enemy is. It's going to be really funny. What? What? This isn't... Oh, he used the rockets as bait! He's a genius! My teammate's a genius! That's the first I've ever seen a play like that! And then it kills the enemy. Oh my god. Mr. Peanut back here. I thought I was a gamer. Nah, this guy is the gamer among gamers. Using rocket as bait. I thought he was trolling, but no, all along he was secretly scheming. Teammate's gonna shoot orbital laser on you just to check that it works. No, you can't shoot your teammates with orbital laser. It won't fire. You know why it won't fire? Because if that was allowed, what people would do is shoot their teammate with an orbital laser, and then I would build a portal and then shoot the orbital laser directly forward. They've made it so you cannot shoot you cannot physically shoot you or your teammates with orbital lasers because it would be too OP. It would be too broken, which is a little bit absurd, you know. But that is how that works. Oh come on! Can I not shoot this guy at all? And average plane gameplay. And they have so many flags. And it's only dropping 2. Oh my god. It's so over. I need to get planes to be able to fire at a bigger angle. That's the problem there. But I'm pretty sure these shotguns can just deal with all the enemy flags there. I have a lot of shotguns. And that's what they're good for. Four-long portal would be base versus orbital. Yeah. Who thought of that? Everybody thought of that when it first came out. Everybody was just like, oh, there's a massive death beam that one-shots people. I wonder if I can just cheese it and shoot it directly in somebody's face. Like, when High Seas first released, that's what everybody was doing testing around it. I know there's, like, a very vague technique that you still can do it, but it requires, like, swinging portals in certain places, and it's just really hard to do. The devs have made it successfully enough hard to do that nobody actually manages to do it, which is good. I'm pretty happy about that. You know, I wouldn't want to live in a world where somebody could just shoot an orbital laser directly at my face, because that's all everybody would be doing all day, every day. It wouldn't be exactly all the funnest, I would imagine. You know? Because it's like, you can't defend against that. I guess you can defend against it with energy shield, but, like, you can't really defend against it. Do you speak English? I try. I try and speak English. You guys not consider it correct? When comes the new DLC, bro? My guess is as good as yours. Just because I have access to the campaign does not mean I actually know what. Like, look at. I get to see all the bugs in the campaign. Like, they haven't even gotten to multiplayer yet, and it looks like they're struggling with the campaign bugs alone. So, and like they still, and this is the testing phase. They still may have to rebalance the campaign and do all the things like that. So it could be a hot minute until anything actually happens. Alright, this should hopefully kill the top aces. Cannons, please drop a cannon. It dropped, and the core's gone. Okay, I actually did something this game. Wait, there was an orbital laser. Where's the orbital laser? I thought I saw an orbital laser projectile being fired somewhere. Why is Ali advertising a rental apartment in chat? Who? Oh, was that what he's doing in Arabic? You know what? He's doing it for his Arabic brothers. I don't know if he's like the correct place for this bot to be. Can you spoil or something? No. Bro, that was what it was explicitly told to me when it was given to me. When the devs gave me the key, they were like, no leaks. There shall be no leaks. No telling anybody anything ever. So I was like, okay, yes sir. I will follow along in your direction because don't want to piss off the people in charge and the people in charge of the game. So I shall not be leaking anything according to the DLC at all. Not that I've actually I played 2 missions and then I was like, this is kind of boring. And then I haven't actually played through the new campaign yet. Because I want to play it when the campaign's actually complete, not in the status right now, which is a little bit messy. Okay, like once the campaign is done, maybe I'll actually open it. But for now, I think I'm like, nah, You already played it? No, I haven't. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be honest. We have the opportunity to make shit up. Spreading misinformation. The smile on my face as I spread the most bullshit ass story on the internet. Oh, it's so good though. It's so good. Fooling people into thinking shit exists when it really doesn't. Making the DLC seem worse than it actually is. Giving a bad review so people think it's way better than it actually, than their expectations. Do you love Syria? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really know much about Syria. Damn, that's good AA. The enemy had like 8 flags. You know, that's some solid AA right there. You gotta respect the AA grind. He was doing. Oh, that's 3 games, right? Yeah, now I have to go play in the new lobby. 2v2 with a random projectiles. That really just sounds like gutter spam. Play with the nuke mod. What is the nuke mod? There are many mods to nukes in this game. They're never gonna give you a key again. Yeah, if I leak it, they're never gonna give me a key again. They are? Oh my god. At least you corrected yourself before some other nerd came in here and was just like, you fucking clown. Can't even use the right form of punctuation. It's over. There's squirrels peek. What if we just played Fort Swap with spy games? Yeah, but if I played Fort Swap and spy games, then I would be stressed out and I couldn't. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna get a couple tissues here. Fire. Wants to randomize teams. Bro, the teams are already randomized by people joining. Do you love Granny? I mean, to be honest with you, one of my grandmas is dead. The other one, I only really saw in my youth, and she often yelled at me because I was doing something wrong, and I did not know enough German to understand what she was saying. So then I would keep doing it, and then she would yell at me more. You know? And so I don't really have that many memories of my either. I like one of my grandma's still alive, but just don't ever see her. And Yeah, I don't even know. And now she has dementia, so I don't even know. She probably doesn't even know I exist. I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably forgot the 2 times she's seen me. She got hit by a bazooka. This is the last time you played Battleships? Oh, last stream. I remember the last video I recorded. Last video I recorded was on Battleships. How old am I? I'm a spring chicken. I'm 19. Which means that I have the I still have the teenager vibes, but I'm also an adult. So, you know, I gotta sit in both camps. It's pretty great. Where are you from, champ? Okay, okay, now I'm getting insulted, huh? Yeah, don't treat me like a child, even though I am a child. Come on, be reasonable. No, I'm from LA. I was born and raised in LA. Born on the 405, actually. I'm a freeway kid. I mean, if it wasn't already obvious, you know. I got that freeway vibes in me. Oh shoot, he's just a baby boy. Yeah, what are you gonna do about that? And that means if you're watching me, that ooh, can't be caught doing that. I mean, my takes aren't actually valid because of my age. You know that's how that works. And I would be definitely playing that card when I'm like 50. I'd be like, you're 25, you fucking idiots. Your opinion's invalidated. You spreche keine Deutsch? Exactly. I look. No, I was really young then. I didn't know any German. So, and like, look, I wasn't about, my parents tried to teach me German when I was like a baby or something, and I was like, no, all the cool kids at school don't all speak English, so German's for losers, and then I didn't learn any German, and we're just, you know, kind of shot myself in the ass there, you know, mayhaps, because knowing a second language is kind of cool, you know, wenn ihr weißt, wie die anderen Leute sprechen, then you can start, you know, conversing with more people, get some little bit more expression going. And it's pretty nice. And you could perhaps live in a foreign country. You said you can't speak German? I can't speak German at a good level. I don't speak German because I don't think my German's good enough. That's why. And plus, every time, like, in Germany, everybody would just speak English to me because they knew their English was better than my German, right? It's kind of like that, right? My German is worse than German people's English. Why would I even bother? Huh? It's not as great as funny word Schadenfreude. Oh wait, but like Schadenfreude is actually just an English word now though. Because like there's no English word for happiness from another person's pain that's like actually like a single word. It's always just like, you know, it's always long words, you know. You have to explain it out, and that doesn't count. That doesn't like sound as good as Schadenfreude. Doesn't sound nearly as good actually. Man, why is this guy gaming so hard? So cringe. Hey, it's perfectly fine actually, because then I would be cringe. You stole it from us? Yeah. I mean, look at. I think stealing words from other languages when you don't have a word for yourself is actually completely valid. I actually support that. That shit is pretty cool. Ah, that was very nice. The sniper battle has been won. This guy is now gonna die. Pretty sure I can. Is there a spot I can hit that? No, I can't. Why do you always use the EMP rockets? What do you mean the EMP rockets? EMP rockets slows down the enemy so much. Like, it doesn't really do any damage, but it just slows down the enemy so far. It means it makes it really hard to recover from the enemy's point of view. No, that's it. I probably should just go full AA here, because I imagine people are going to start pulling out nukes here in a second. And it's going to suck ass. There was a sniper 100% placed right there. Yeah. Ubermorgen? Ubermorgen? I've heard Guten Morgen before, but I never heard Ubermorgen. The greater morning. This is the great, like, the greatest part of German is the Uber and Unter. Like, you just say one of those two words, everybody's like, you're racist. I'm just like, no, I'm just trying to express my feelings. You know, it's a good morning. It's an Ubermorgen. And then we're like, nuh-uh. Caught. Absolute Nazi. That's generally how the conversation goes. I too suck at German. Yes, I don't imagine most people here can speak German in a very well choreographed way. Choreographed way, that's dancing. Linguistic way. It appears none of my teammates know how to actually play this map. Which is okay, it just means I'm gonna die here in a second. My top base built mines on the nuke map. Yeah. The gaming's not all there. At least 2 people here are German. Yeah, the mod is like Swiss, which is like somewhat they like German, but it's not German, you know? And like, I'm pretty sure if you call them Germans, you would get offended. Pretty sure most like Austrians and Swiss people get like, are like the offended types where they're like, we're not actually German. Don't even compare us to those pigs. We have something called a functioning train system. The Germans could never relate to having one of those. And then everybody laughs at the Germans because they don't have a functioning train system. They're like, ha ha ha, you have to wait 4 hours for your train to arrive. Inferior Germans. That's at least what my sister does. She's just like, oh, I don't even consider myself German anymore. I'm actually just a red-blooded Austrian. We Austrians couldn't relate to them Germans and their lack of having a functional train. Like, my sister kind of does that. I'm just like, based. Good for you. Having some pride for the country you moved to. You have a very Euro accent. I disagree with that. I have a great American accent. And I will not be... Well, okay, then which European one, huh? I bet you can't answer that one. Checkmate. European. You got nothing on me. Enemies smoking on cloud. They are, in fact, smoking all over me. But, you know, you gotta respect the enemy's ability to make some smoke. We're always neutral in selling weapons to both sides. The based population of the world. You can't lose if you're doing that. Like, you know, the Swiss have just figured that out. It doesn't matter who wins, because at the end of the day, you get paid. It's like the military-industrial complex, you know? Doesn't matter if the US wins or loses. All that matters is that there is a war. I think we may have lost this one. Something tells me we're not coming back from this situation. It's a smoke cloud? That's true. It's one of my brethren. They have turned traitor and now are shitting on me instead. That laser gave you a haircut? Yeah, I didn't really need the turbines, though. Who really cares? Turbines do be doing turbine things, but you know, if you don't have any weapons, just having turbines is just kind of troll anyways. My teammate certainly doesn't need turbines. The nuke guy who has lived half his life in America. I'm European. I thought you were Western Europe because of my accent. Fuck. I lived for 6 months in Europe. I don't know what you're talking about. I lived there for 6 months, man. I mean, I guess that's when I started my YouTube channel. So then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should entertain the entertaining Europeans around me. And I don't know. I think I just speak like a weird American. I don't consider my... Like, the Germans sound very different to what I am, I think. And praise be skate, there's nothing but war and coffee. But coffee is so... Actually, I don't have coffee. I have Red Bull. Got free Red Bull at the sign something counter. They gave you a Red Bull if you signed something. So then I signed it and I got a free Red Bull. I don't know what I signed, but I'm sure it's something. It was like a petition, so you know, I'm 99% sure it's not going to do anything anyways, so yeah, I can't be causing any problems. We should do Ant Farm. Ant Farm's a funny map. There it is. Where in Europe did you live? I lived in Germany. I lived in Hanover. And went to a gymnasium there. And then skipped all my classes. And had way too much free time because I skipped all my classes. So then I started a YouTube channel. Which is, you know, good for Hanover, you know? Their history classes were so unbelievably boring that I stopped going. And which is impressive, you know, not everybody can do that. Who can make a and they were doing the Russian Revolution, which is pretty cool, but it was not it. They were spending like 6 months on that revolution. It was not good. It was not good, and then I quit. Then I was like, you know what, I'm not going to the history class anymore. I'm only going to go to the math class, and the politics class, and the German class. And I think those are all the classes I went to. I stopped going to PE as well. I didn't go to history or PE. Yeah, and then I didn't have to do a foreign language because I already knew English, and the teacher was like, "This is stupid. You shouldn't have to do English when you already know English." But then I went to some other people's English classes because I thought they were kind of funny. Gymnasium, wow, you're smart. But did I not just tell you how I skipped all the classes? Because I wasn't having it with the studiousness of all the people there. But no, it was insane. It was insane the amount of homework the people the people there provided. Like, I was like, bro, the kids need a break. They're doing homework all day. Like, I don't know how this is not like a war crime. Like, these people have no free will. They just spend all day doing homework and they have nothing else. Like, they need to pay some attention to me. They can't do it because they got assigned so much. And I was like, man, the system sucks. They can't assign homework all day. Then the German girls won't be able to pay attention to me. That's all that really matters. Then it was kind of ass. Did Ethan stop playing? I thought he was like 30 or something. Ethan's a year older than I am. He stopped playing because he got bored of Forts, I think. And let's be honest, what is left for Ethan to do in this game? He got first place and ranked like 8 seasons in a row. He's won every type of tournament that you can win. From his perspective, it's like, well, you know, he can meet new challenges. He's already conquered the game. There's nothing. It's like after you've done everything in Minecraft, right? You build an iron farm, you build all the factories, and then you've already built a mega base. Like, what is there left to do in Minecraft? There's nothing left to do. You start a new base, right? You start a new run. And it's the same thing for Ethan. He's done everything there is to do in Fort, so now he has to go find a new game. That one that actually provides challenge. German schools suck a lot. To be honest, the system is very old, focused, and need to change. Yeah, I felt that. Now, I mean, there were some things I liked about it, but a lot of the times I was like, American teaching methods are just better. Like when I was sitting there in German class, or in the German math class, they spent a lot of time discussing the math and not doing math. And I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, I stopped paying attention to that class. Like, what I did in the German class is I played Balloons Tower Defense 6 on my iPad, and then asked ChatGPT how to do the math. And then I scored better than most of the German kids. which is just like, I'm sure, like, I barely understand this language. And, I mean, I also, you know, ChatGPT was very helpful because it was speaking a language I could understand, right? You know, it made it able to that, for the fact that, you know, the class being taught in German, my German was not all that good, so then I could just ask the ChatGPT to explain in English, it was pretty huge. Why is Cloud so loud all of a sudden? Oh, I think I leaned too far into my mic. That's my bad. That's my bad. I sometimes do that. But, you know, ChatGPT was 100% better than the way that because they would spend an entire class discussing one problem instead of just doing 8 problems. I'm just like, if you just did 8 problems, it would be way better. No use in classes, mostly. I mean, I guess. Why are you in an ant farm? I like the ant farm map. It's cool. It requires you to actually know how to build the game, which not a lot of people actually know how to do. No, you know, it means that I'm more likely to win, because it requires actually knowing how to build, like, in thin areas, which some people, I imagine, struggle a little bit more with. Not only the German system is old, average European being like, yeah, we're kind of stuck in the 1900s. And that's when we peak, so we always try to go back to the good old days. So, you know, and that we're stuck. That's why America has overtaken us. But don't worry, the Chinese are about to overtake both the Americans and the Europeans. Because they live in the 21st century, and then America lives in the late 20th century, and then Germany's live in the early 20th century. So, eventually the Chinese are going to overtake all of us. And it's going to be over. But, for now, living off of the great American empire. I go to Austrian engineering school, and the quality of education is entirely dependent on what teacher you get. That's also true, though. Like, you could just have an ass teacher. Like, a lot of, like, I have had math teachers that are just complete ass, and then math teachers that actually know how to teach a class. Like, my TA is better than my professor. My TA for math. He actually teaches me how to do the math, which is very, very nice. Now, the professor gets way lost in the sauce about talking about shit we do not need to know about at all. He's like, you guys don't even need to know this, but I'm going to explain the entire process anyways. And it's just like, brother, could you just do 18 more examples, please, and teach me what I need to know? And I'm like, okay. That's statistics. No survival jokes about American schools. But that's actually kind of funny, though. Come on, making fun of them. Look, I don't have any problem making fun of America. I change my my nationality depending on what topic I'm talking about. And when it comes to the survivability in American schools, yeah, then I become a European. What in the Forts map is this map? This is ant farms, where you're required to know some building knowledge. Chinese. Well, look. From what I understand, the Chinese schools are also pretty ass. Like they have this thought. At least from when I talk to Chinese people, they have this thought that more work equals better education. And in some cases, yeah, but in most cases, no. You know, just because you assign more homework doesn't mean your children are better educated. And from what I understand, is that is the philosophy that they build off of, and it's kind of just means that everybody there gets like a decent education, but at the cost of like all the social interactions that they could ever have ever. And it just sucks for them. But, you know, I could be talking to the wrong Chinese people. Maybe there's people that are out there like, you know, the Chinese education system's just that gas. It's all there. It fixed all the problems in the Chinese system, and now they're living in utopian living standards. Do you agree with the nationalists or the unionists? What? And what? There are nationalists and unionists? I wasn't aware of these two groups. This is some news to me. Yo phone ling ling? What? What? Is this? I don't get the joke. Is this you're saying my phone's ringing, but with the Chinese accent? Are you doing good at school? Well, I don't know. My grades are good, I guess, but like, am I doing good? Maybe. I don't really have like an objective measure. Like, my grades are good, but that doesn't really mean much. And the classes aren't that difficult. Like, I'm not in the upper division math classes yet. I'm sure once I get into the upper division math class, I'll be struggling. But for now, I'm not. Oh wow, I think I just lost 3 minds or something. Struggling for him. He's at university. Streamer doesn't know, bro. Like, I'm not. I feel that you guys are more chronically online than I am, so you guys make all these references that I don't get. Maybe are you guys saying I need to go on Twitter? I could go on Twitter. I could go on Twitter and ruin my life. That is a possibility that I could do. I don't know if I'm a big fan of it though. I don't know how interested in Twitter I am. Everybody that's on there tells me not to go on there, but if I want to get all the online references, I think I do. I'm not even on Twitter. Okay, but then where do you get all your info? Like Reddit? But there is actually just 4 people. I could get one shot by a laser combo right now. I have not been thinking. My brain's been off. That's okay though. My GPA was cooked 3.37 fourth year. I can't fix it no more. Is that bad? I thought that was okay. I thought you just look at a lot of the people around me says C's get degrees. That seems to be their philosophy. So by that definition, you're actually cooking pretty hard. You know, you got more than C's, and so you should be able to get a degree. Wow. Why did everybody go rock? It's actually fascinating. Should I get some AA? I could get some AA. Just see my teammates are gonna get it. Actually, what I could do get AA down here-ish, you know? Just give Ireland to Scotland. The true solution to all of our problems. And then there wouldn't just be one massive tax haven anymore. That'd be so good. There's some weapons going on down there. I can see the doors. What's happening? There are cannons coming down. Oh, so no BS? I basically only use YouTube, don't watch news. Yeah, news I don't watch. Like I don't like news either. Especially like cable news. Like cable news is just, it just feels like it's owned by somebody that has an agenda. It doesn't matter which station it is. It feels like they're all that. Which kind of sucks. So they're all owned by some billionaire. Whether it's on one side or the other. That's the one constant in that area. There's a billionaire somewhere that owns the news. And like, I'm not actually a big fan of that. Can we not? No. Okay. Thoughts about we're wasting our time by watching YouTube in general? I think my philosophy is that if you're enjoying life, then time isn't wasted. If you're having fun, then there's no such thing as waste. Because what is the point in life if not to have fun? Like to make more money? I like look. I think there's a good amount. Making money can make your life easier, which can bring more happiness. But I think money isn't the end all be all. But I think money is useful. I'm not one of those people like money doesn't matter. Actually, it's all like it's all your. No, I think money does matter. But you know, at the end of the day, if you have like $1 billion versus $2 billion, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Like Elon Musk doesn't seem like a very happy guy, and he's up there. He's like the top 1% or something. What's the fun in making more money? It's exactly what I'm saying. Like if once you have a private jet, there's literally nothing else that you can do to improve your living standards, except maybe go to space. Like, but like you know what I'm saying? There's so little things that could like actually change your life after that point. Kind of rough. Oh my god. It's the tax the moderator pays to be the moderator. In a third world country, I'm fried, I'm done. Actually, learning computer science in a third world country is like maybe not that bad. Maybe tech companies will hire you because they don't have to pay you as much. At least at least from the news I read in the US. You know, like that's Americans complaining about our own problems. It's like the third world countries are just out competing Americans because they can do the same thing for like half the cost. It's like, well, boo, third world countries, you guys suck. Remove them from the globe, stealing American. Shit. Dude, $1 billion is like all everyday Diddy party. Yeah, exactly. And like, what do you need $2 billion for? You know, if you already got like the maximalist Diddy party going, you can't be at 2 Diddy parties at once. So, you know, there's no point in having more money. You've already done everything you need to do. You know all the Epsteins. You know all the other rich people, anyways. Kind of the case we're in. But you know, the real prestige is having your name remembered in history because you had the big number next to your name. That's the real point of being a billionaire, or being the #1 guy on the leaderboard. Maybe it's just like a competitive thing, like competitive money making. They're like, haha, I'm #1 money maker in the world. You're only #2 could relate. With 10 million, you can basically live your whole life with $300 per day. Yeah, and it's insane. $300 per day, that means you can just like you can just live in like hotels forever, you know? Just getting pampered in resorts. Sounds pretty good. Can you speak some German? Wir allein können nicht die deutsche Sprache kennen. Die amerikanische Staat will nicht, dass die andere Sprache in deinem Land ist gesprochen. Oh, that was pretty bad. But yeah, I can speak some German, and it's a little bit of a silly language. Dang, $300 was my dad's annual salary for a good 5 years. Yeah, this is why I should move to that country and then retire. That's livable. Oh, I don't imagine I would have working toilets then, which sounds pretty terrible. How do you know German? My parents are German. I lived in Germany for a little bit. Which, the only reason I ever learned German because I lived in Germany for a little bit. You know, going to school there kind of forced me to learn the language. Otherwise, I would have never learned it. How many rich guys do you remember from history? I remember J.P. Morgan. Fuck, the guy who owned the Standard Oil Company. Forgot what his name was, but I know he existed. I guess that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much all the rich people from history that I remember. Which was kind of troublesome for them, but you know, the poor rich people not getting their name written down. Dude, he has an amazing German accent. Thank you. But I mean, I don't actually have like a specific. I switch accents depending on how I feel the day. I try out new things in German because it's fun. It's fun to try out new things in German. What's the size of Howie box? Is like 56. You haven't said which school you attended in Hanover? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why don't I also tell you my address, huh? That sounds like the base thing to do. That prince with gold. What was his name? The one that was from like Mali. I forgot. It's in Tanya's mod. I haven't played Tanya. Tanya's mod doesn't have a penguin cannon. I thought. It's just angrier English. Is 20mm gameplay possible? Not on this map. This map's way too far apart for 20mm. I'm pretty sure this map's actually broken. Hold on. We can do maybe a 20mm map. What is a good map for 20mm? I actually don't know. Just turn on Alex extra upgrades. The 20mm mod. Fuck. Yeah, it's just hard to find a map that, like, a close enough range map that 20mm are viable that isn't a nuke or rocket map. That's kind of the issue. Is that most 20mm maps is like, oh, I can just go nukes or rockets. Yeah, there is no 20mm. I was wrong. There's no such thing as 20. Yeah, okay, we can just play this map. Who cares? We're playing the map, the funny one. He had like 5,000 slaves, dragons. Yeah, I forgot the one that actually caused inflation when he visited places and gave out so much money. God, I forgot. Mansa Musa, that guy. Mansa. However you pronounce his name, that guy. Yes. Good morning. I'm paying the price. But it is afternoon for me. It's already in the PM. Kartoffel left? No more Kartoffel. For you... His name is Mansa Musa from Mali. I remember that. That map looked like a maze. There's a lot of interesting maps out there that you can't actually win. People have just made it like, this idea would certainly be cool and fun, and then you play it, and then the game doesn't end in under 4 hours, so then you're like, this map is actually just ass. And then you delete the map, and then you're happy forever. You found happiness. No ass maps. Scatter shot 20mm seem insanely efficient. Yeah, but that's only if you have active, which you often don't. And also, energy shield sandbags, and then they're cooked. You can't play them. Oh, right. This is why the map's broken. There was something in my brain telling me that this map is broken for a reason, and that is exactly why. You can just build foundation nodes on the sides, which you're not supposed to be able to do. But whatever. Oh, you know, that's fine. Please, we play with the penguin cannon. You know, I'll turn on Tanya's one. Next round. An American's German accent is angrier English? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Whenever I try to do like an accent like from German, like translate the kind of feelings into English, it just doesn't work. You know? And it's kind of a shame. Because like especially the big H, right? The big German guy, the Austrian painter. Like you can't really replicate his rhetoric in English. It just doesn't work, you know? And it's such a shame because he speaks in such an interesting way. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It only works with the long, fancy words that German has. Alright, that is a sniper. where's the Chinese dog herd unlimited res mod? I don't want to play with the unlimited res mod, okay? That doesn't sound fun. Then if somebody has enough APM, they can tank for so long. What's my favorite German word? Geschafft. Easily. Wir haben es geschafft. My Damen und Herren. It's such a good word. It's such a nice word for complete, because it also sounds so silly. Anyways, I'm gonna go maybe late. I mean, this is like a nuke-ish map, but I don't think I'm gonna. Actually, I probably should actually build a tech, huh? Map seems like a build for long last. You don't even need to swing the core. It's already low in the back. Yes. Map. I don't know, because this map is super high eco, but it's also the fact that if one of your teammates dies, then somebody is gonna have 18 cannons pointing directly at you. And like, if this base is 10 cannons, this base is 10 cannons. Like that's not repairable, right? So I think it's actually kind of snowbally in that fact. Is the fact is once one team loses one guy, right? It's pretty much GG, because there'll be such a great imbalance. Did you learn German slurs? No. The school I was at was not throwing slurs around, so you know, they were just kind of vibing. They were vibing gaming over there. Well, at least maybe the people there was a couple interesting people at the school that I didn't talk to, which I'm sure were more okay with that type of language, but I didn't talk to them. So I wasn't indoctrinated into the slur form of areas. Can we teach you German slurs? I mean, would the YouTube system flag it? No, but the thing is, I can't say it out loud, right? I wouldn't be able to read the comments, because then YouTube would come and be like, "Nuh-uh, you can't speak with German slurs," and it shuts my channel down. I don't want to do that. You sound like a boring school. I mean, yeah. I mean, I prefer having boring schools over exciting schools, if that's your definition of an exciting school. What school did you go to? Were they all just like committing crimes and doing silly things? I don't know if I would have wanted to be there. Can you speak Dutch? No, I cannot speak Dutch. No, when I listen to some Dutch, I can understand some words, because it's very similar to German. That's true. I can teach you Arabic slurs. You start just writing in your squiggles, and I'll be like, well, you know, I don't know the squiggle language. The squiggles evade me. My brain is not hard enough to read in-game chat. Can I build mines on the sandstone? I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I don't... Look, if the map allows it, sure. The map is bad, and you know what? I'm not supposed to start regulating maps, because, like, that'll be a lot of work. And I'm a lazy dude. According, you know, according to popular belief, I am a lazy dude, but, like, I just have to restate that here. I'm not about to start regulating silly things. If the map allows for the cheese, then just, you know, choose a better map. That's my opinion. Don't hate the player, hate the map. That's the best philosophy to live by. By definition. I type it in phonetics. Based. So next time I talk to my Persian friend, I'll be like, yo, and then say whatever the Persian slur is, and he'll be like, no. Or maybe he speaks Farsi. He speaks Farsi, not Persian. Are those the same language? Those could definitely be the same language, and I just am using my American level of knowledge of worldly affairs and making assumptions where there shouldn't be. Give us an example, and why is it a slur? Yeah, but I feel like... I don't know. I feel like there's certain levels to slurs. Like, some slurs are definitely worse than others. And you know, that's kind of the problem. If somebody tells you what a slur is, you don't know what, like, a difficulty level the slur is. Because, I mean, the N-word is by far the worst slur, right? And then you have, like, all the Asian slurs. But those are, like, less. And then you have the white slurs, which are just practically, like, mild. Like, there's definitely levels to slurs out there. And, you know, if it's a foreign slur, you don't know how strong the slur is unless you live in that culture. So, you know, it's kind of scary. In Windings? What is Windings? I don't know what windings is, man. You gotta, like... Is that just a racist way of saying a certain language? Lure tier list when? I don't know if I want to make a slur tier list. I feel like, you know, even having that on screen is not a good thing. Slur power scaling. Yeah. How many Asian N-words does it take to match the normal N-word? Who doesn't know the Windings font? It's a font? Bro, what is happening here? This guy building an accelerator? Just completely exposed? And respect the grind? Don't know if that's actually going to work out, though. And the enemy top is just doing normal cannon. Okay, my top is also doing normal cannon. Everybody's playing the game here. And that guy just lost 4 mines. There is no economically recovering from losing 4 mines. That's pretty much GG on the spot. Do I get even more mines here? No, I can just kill the accelerator though. Instant reload. Nice. Can I kill the core here? Wow, this guy, that man was not playing the game there. Okay, well, you know, some people just make it too easy. And bleep them out, and then we could do a tier list? Oh, you're saying I would just bleep out all the slurs, and then do a tier list. Well, like, you know, maybe if I wasn't my current skin color, I could do that. Okay? I just don't think with the current state, it would be very smiled upon for me to do it, to do a slur tier list. You know? Maybe the world order will change in like 20 years, then I'll be able to do one then. But in this current environment, I'm a little bit scared. You know, my speech is getting suppressed by the cancel culture or something. And I'm too afraid. But that's what culture is for, to keep people in check and doing productive things or something. Maybe I can get overshot on the core. I missed. I can't aim a cannon for my life. Man, I just wanted to shoot above his core and kill the piece of wood and go. No. No, and now he's going to defend again. He's not defending against it. Why did this guy defend against it? No. You can't. You're giving this to me for free, man. You should have defended against it. You let me aim at my shot. What a fool. Is what it is, though. Always happens like that. Alright, now let's shoot bottom base, get a filthy angle. You see what I mean by this base won't take that long? This map won't take that long? Like, now I've killed 2 people. Like, it's much easier to kill everybody else. Or the only game I bought in my life just to find is too hard for my laptop. Or it's just too difficult for your laptop to run. I imagine you must be running mods or something, right? There's no way the base game of Forts can run on your laptop. I know somebody out there that is actually running on like a strawberry. And he can run the game. So I find it a little bit hard to believe that your laptop, which is probably a little bit more than a strawberry, can't run this game. So much opportunity to defend, none taken, yeah. The guy could have just built 4 pieces of wood and he would have been perfectly fine. He didn't even build the 4 pieces of wood. It's a real shame. And there goes the bottom base on the enemy team. This guy, I hope this guy can actually shoot the top base, right? That can. Beautiful. And now he's going to get like 18 hurricane cannons up his ass. See what I mean? Like, it's not really possible defending against all these cannons, especially with hurricane active up. And now is he selling off? Yeah. There's nothing left for him in this world. I think it got filtered out. Wait, there's message filtering? That's crazy. Build an accelerator, kids? Yeah, if you build an accelerator, you tend to just get shot. And especially if, like, you build an accelerator like that. Not balanced. Back? Did I lose a game there? I think I did, right? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I did lose a game there. Anyway, another lobby down. Penguin cannon? Yeah, we can start a new lobby and then put in some penguin cannons in here. Do all the things. Windows 11 hogs all of your memory. Oh, yeah. The malware. That is... look, they have to make more profit somehow, okay? Think about the shareholders, right? Gotta think about the shareholders. We're not pleasing the people in charge who own Microsoft. The economy is gonna collapse. We gotta fix that. You think you meant Vibe Code 11? It was crazy that they made an announcement and admitted that like all of their code is vibe coded. Like you're just making yourself a punching bag when the product is inevitably shit, man. They make it too easy. Microsoft is such a clown company. They should not like if I was in charge of the PR team, I would have been like, everything is normally coded, and we just have insane coders that have like 100 fingers that can just type that fast. There is a filter, and that's me. Poor guy. Bro's getting destroyed by the one Swiss guy. This is why Geneva Convention is Switzerland, because the Swiss are the real owners of everything. Like I swear, the Swiss shadow government's conspiracy is underrepresented. I swear. Like the Swiss, they got some influence. You know, they own like all the gold and the strongest currency, and I'm just saying it's a little bit sus. What's going on there? And we can turn them the Tanya's mod. Which Tanya's mod? I know there's 8. Which one? I'll just do Tanya's commander mod. As far as I'm aware, there is no penguin cannon in this one. Micro slop. You gotta love the micro slop, man. You mean Geneva suggestion? Yeah, that's true. Only people who don't have the greatest military in the world have to follow the Geneva Convention. Poor guys. Couldn't imagine that. I thank God don't have to do that. So I am winning. And we will keep on winning. There's a lot of holes in my Swiss theory. Oh, really? Sounds like something a Swiss shadow government person would say. Checkmate, idiot. Linux is a headache? Yes. That's why I'm excited for SteamOS. I feel like Steam knows how to make a good customer product while also making it simple enough for troglodytes like me to be able to actually use it without knowing how to like do a bunch of complicated stuff, you know? Look at like I would love to not be on Windows, but like everything does support for Windows, right? Everything works with Windows, you know, everything's built for Windows. If I don't have Windows, then I have to go through like 18 extra steps for everything, and I don't want to do that. That seems like not very fun. Okay, where's the penguin cannon? I'm not seeing this penguin cannon. I got lied to. Average chatter lying to me, but it's still Linux. That's true. More can it be deflected by energy shield? Okay. You gonna buy the Steam Cube? No. I already have a fully functional PC. In what world would I need to buy a Steam Cube? Bro, the guy actually fell for the trap core swing. That's hilarious. No, you're embarrassing yourself, man. You can't just fall for the core swing on this map. That's definitely real. Oh, it's the funniest shit ever. Nowadays, Linux is a lot easier. That's good to know. That's good to know. I don't know if I'll be doing it though. It still sounds kind of scary. And like it's a trap. And like the thing is, I'm scared because like I already have everything working on Windows, so I'm like, and like I have enough processing power that all the spyware my PC can handle also all the spyware along with all of the normal stuff. So I'm fine with it. But like, you know, I mean like I'm not happy with it, but it's not like the end of the world. I don't need Linux, so my PC can kind of can't absorb all of the processing power needed. The base is pretty sus. The base is extremely sus. But that's the beauty of it. Base may actually fall apart here. Hold on. Add some support here. Now this should be able to disconnect. No, that didn't disconnect it, really? Need to add some storages here. Alright. What is left connecting the core to the base? Nothing, pretty much, right? Yep. Uh-oh. My core flipped. Get it moving over here, and that's perfect. Uh-oh. Shit. My core's safe. We're good. I never activated Windows once in my entire life. Okay, you don't have to flex on us, okay? You know, some of us are trying to enjoy life, and nobody. I don't think anybody came into this chat just for this nerd to go like, actually, I have the cognitive discipline to actually activate Linux. In fact, I find it quite elementary. You know, all these people that complaining about Linux are just you know, they're fools living in a system controlled by the elites. And it's like, okay, bro. That was probably my fault. Look, I was getting around to it, okay? And plus, now I get a free base. Who's really winning? B. Oh, please don't fall apart. Teammates. Oh, that's such a shame you died. Oh, too bad all this eco just appeared at my hands. What? And it doesn't matter. He has the control center, which takes control of structures. He has 0 mines left. Another one of my teammates just died. Oh, this is such a great moment. W team. Activate Windows from a free script from GitHub. Oh, you didn't have to pay for it. That said, I look at the guy I ordered my PC from just gave me a random Windows code. That's like I'm 90% sure that's exactly what he did. What are y'all doing? We're trolling, man. That's how this works. Here, I'm gonna give this guy another mine. Allow him to play the game again. Watch this. It's like whichever deity came down and gave resources to the peasants. That's me. Me for real right now. Hold on. I'm gonna make this bridge a little bit sturdier. It's gonna fall apart here in a second. I don't think I'm gonna make this. I don't think I'm gonna make the trip. Go like that. Go like that. Go like that. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3 mines. Do you need storages? I can make you some storages. Okay, this guy also needs some storages in here. This guy going like that, like that. There you go. I'm the best teammate ever. Get the best teammate award. Wait, can this guy not connect to the storages? This guy cooked. This guy's cooked. He's done. Can this guy even make wood? This guy... Oh, okay. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't think this guy can do anything. Great. Great. I probably should be paying attention. I should actually probably be building weapons here, huh? Not just getting confused. No casual. I'm running Windows XP. What is that Windows about? Failed core swing equals kill streak. That's exactly what I'm saying. All my teammates get the issues. Oh no, my teammate's back. Look at that. He has mines and stuff now. But pay to remove a permanent watermark of shade that says activate Windows. The PowerShell script is not intended. I have no... Okay, okay. Now you guys are going into too much intellectual areas that I do not understand. I get it now. I get it now. I'm just too stupid to understand what you intellectuals talk about, okay? You don't have to say it to me directly, but I get the vibe. I get the vibe. No, you have class? Why would I have class? I'm in college, man. There's like 2 classes per week. Like, what do you think I'm paying to get an education? No, I'm paying to get a degree. Come on. Easy, least obvious bait ever. Like, gotta make this shit a little bit more difficult. Windows 9 does not exist. Oh. Okay. Did they just skip it? Were they like Apple, where they were just like, 9? Why would we go 9? We're gonna go straight to 10. Hey, look at that. My teammate's winning. He's OP. Wait, the man just got double howitzer at L. But as soon as SteamOS gets a PC port, I'm moving to it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I trust that billion-dollar company more than the other billion-dollar company, so... all that matters at the end of the day. I checked under Chijim. It is in Tanya's mod. Okay, you're gonna have to spell that in a language that I can understand, because that does not make sense. I do not have the comprehension ability to actually read what you meant there. And I'm sorry about that, okay? Sometimes not all of us can understand all the languages on Earth. And I am one of them. I trust gaming with state secrets. I mean, bro, 100% more. I mean, it's just relative, right? I trust Mr. that guy. I forgot his name. With more than like the Microsoft CEO or Sam Altman, which is now in charge of our military or something. So, you know, Gabe Newell. Yes, I trust Gabe more than many other billionaires. But that's just the current state of things. I can't change who's in charge of the military. Steam actually refuses to give in to government demands, which is great. Wasn't there also the payment providers fiasco, where like Visa was like, "Hey, can you stop hosting porn games?" And everybody was like, "What the fuck, Visa? What are you doing here? Not your issue. Go back to doing what you're supposed to do, which is processing my Visa card payment into the porn game." Some of us just want to freely enjoy hentai in this country, okay? Fuck. I was trying to take preventative measures for that not to happen, but I failed. As you can probably guess, didn't exactly go too well. Got a bunch of exposed howitzers. I think I checked another time, it's Tanya's mod. It's Tanya's mod? It's not Tanya's Commander's mod? Brother. Of course, there's like 18 different Tanya's mods. Yeah, it was just a popular enough anime. Nice one. Thank you. I tried. Look, at least the base didn't fall apart. I had enough stability tech that the 4 logs caught, and the 3 logs with 2 logs on top of them also caught the base. So it worked out well. Vibe built fort. Does the AI look like a fort the AI will? What time is it? Bro, it's 9 minutes. I'm about to fire my first weapons. I'm so pro. I'm just like the people I make fun of in my game. Yo, this is so cool. Uh-oh. Oh, the magnet beam pulled it back into the base. Owie. Oh, wait, look at the penguin cannon. What does that? What? What's doing the penguin shots? Oh, it's there. I saw the penguins. I don't actually know what did that, though. What is making all the penguins come? What? I'm so confused. But whatever the case is, I'm happy about it. Oh, happened over here now? Interesting. And we set them all on fire, and they're all gonna miss. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what we like to see. A 4 for 4 on not on the base, into the ground. I love being able to aim. Will you make this a video? Probably not. I don't really turn streams into videos all that much. Maybe, we'll see. Depends how well, if there's anything better in the stream. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That is not looking great. Bye-bye. Outskilled. But look at that, he's still alive because he's the control center. GG? GG indeed. Is there somebody that makes clips? There's a guy that kind of does it, but then he's telling me he has exams now. What is that? What? He says he has to do exams in Britain or whatever, so I think he's just kind of... He's too lazy to edit, that's why he's streaming. You can't tell other people my secrets, man. Come on, I don't... I love editing. You know, every time I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm so ready to edit some videos. You know, it's gonna come out eventually. The Factorio video, which is like, it's 70 hours of footage, and I love, you know, it's so fun having to slim down all of that footage into something that's watchable. It's what I wanted to do with my day anyways. Cloud Bro? Hello. Oh, interesting. The fire beam has a different noise. Or doesn't have a noise at all. That volley was beautiful? Thank you, thank you. I am known for my ability to aim stuff. That all gonna go below? Oh my god. Wait, one, no, one's kind of, one's gonna hit. Okay, okay. We're 1 for 4. The next shot is gonna go crazy, though. The next shot's actually gonna hit the enemy. Watch, watch. This shot is gonna, is gonna end the game here. You can't aim howies? Yeah, well, look, I'm busy trying to yap, okay? I have a lot on my plate. Oh, 1 hit? 2 hits? 3 hits? And that's all she wrote. It only took 3. Is it default or Crestorio? I played Crestorio. Crestorio spaced out. And I've gone through like 20 hours, which I'm pretty happy. But it took me like 2 weeks to get through 20 hours of footage because I edited for like 20 minutes and I'm like, I'm bored. Your accuracy in this game is 9 out of 24. Yeah, and who won the game, huh? Think about the enemies, okay? I missed 15 howitzers and the enemy still lost. That just shows how much better I am, you know? Imagine if I also actually aimed the howitzers. I would be like a god at this game. My pissing's got better aim. Shit. Well, I know if it's compared to your pissing, then I'm cooked. It'll be over. Everybody's gonna make fun of me the entire time I exist. For a Frost 44 fixed time. Which Tanya's mod? Is it this one, the outdated version? Yeah, I've discovered the randomized teams, but there you go. It's gonna take 5 more weeks for that video with you. I don't think so. Because, like, at the start of the game, it takes me 10 minutes to make a plastic plant. But when I'm building a massive base, it takes me 2 hours to make a plastic plant because I have to build it to scale, right? I mean, it takes, because then I have to also, like, then manage trade networks and stuff. Like, it's a lot easier to build just very rudimentary production at the start of the game. Then I have to go over every 10 minutes. But then it takes me 2 hours to do one thing later in the game, so it's not that bad. You know? But no, I will admit my editing speed is not exactly, I don't keep my motivation. The motivation goes like pretty fast. Probably gonna edit for like 10 minutes today and then get bored and play Deadlock. Like I've been doing a lot of these days. What degree are you trying to get? Actuarial science degree. But it's more about the what is it called? Doing the tests to get a certification. How difficult is it compared to Space Age? It's actually, there's a lot more complexity. I don't know. I enjoyed Space Age more. It takes so long. That's the only issue. Like, you need to get, like, Prometheum science is a requirement to end the game. Then you actually have to make something, and it's just like there's no problem with Prometheum science and all. It's just the fact that I have to fly a spaceship all the way out to the outer planet and then fly it all the way back. And it's just really annoying. That's all. You're like, oh, and I have to wait for the spaceship to fly forever. It just takes a while. That's all. Which is okay, you know. But I mean, it felt like a. I mean, the mod was clearly not made for Space Age. I would say just play don't play the spaced out version. I would say just play the normal Crestorio mod. It feels awkward with because like you spend a lot of time just doing vanilla stuff, like because the planets aren't changed all that much. The planets just feel exactly the same. Now these does feel different. That's the only difference. Or you're hungry? Well then go eat something. Have you ever heard of eggs or food? Eating is pretty good these days, I hear. I should actually eat something too soon. I already had lunch before this. I'm not going to be able to eat for another 4 hours. That's kind of rough. Have a good day, Cloud. See you, folks. You have a good day yourself. Alright, looks like this guy's just going to do a buzzsaw rush. I've never seen this one before. Certainly, I've never defended a buzzsaw rush in my time. I mean, it's not like everybody always does a buzzsaw rush as that base against this base to try and one-shot it. Whoa. Playing Tanya's mod. Oh my god, this is completely different. Is there a penguin cannon here somewhere? Fog launcher. Completely different mod, even though it has the same name. That's wild. Let's see, let's see. I need to delete off this sandbag. Oh, what's that? That's a... Wait, buzzsaw takes 2 shots to kill? Which criminal designed this mod? Why would you change that? That is actually so ass. I don't want to live in a world where buzzsaws take 2 shots to kill. Then it's impossible to door snipe them. Hello? God damn it. Oh, is this guy gonna collapse from 1 EMP? That'd be kind of hilarious. Whatever the case, I've now shut down 2 of his mines. My APM is too bad for this game. Yeah, I mean, look at... When I started this game out, I was oh so bad. Crazy thought, I know. But there was a point at a time when my APM was oh so bad, and I played the game anyways, and then eventually my APM got good. Man, this guy is actually no metal production. Actually, 0. His core got shut down, and all of his mines got shut down with that from that EMP. Can't play the game. This 1 EMP is too evil. Oh, how you can barely afford wood struts? Oh man, I kind of feel bad for the guy, but at the same time I don't. Alright, now what? There's gunner or sound effects, even though there's no gunners firing. Alright, teammate, I'm gonna have to ask you to get me some gunners here. Otherwise, I will be cooked by those fire mortars, quite literally. Oh, no. Stop it. This is not very nice. Are they Firebird? Those are doing a lot of damage. Holy shit. Teammate? Oh, my team is getting some gunners. Thank God. Well, now you're doing it to me. That's uncalled for. Alright. Got my resources back. As this all burns to death. Why do I even bother trying to have fun, huh? Gamers, I think I may be dead here. Something tells me I'm not coming back from this one. GG, you dead? Yeah. After 60 hours, my APM is still pretty good. Yeah, but like, bro, I have 3,000 hours. Like, don't. You have 1/60th of my... I have 60 times the amount of hours you have. Like, that is an absurd comparison. You should not be comparing yourself to me. Epic clutch incoming. Nah, I'm cooked, bro. This is done. He's washed, yeah. Hopefully, I mean, look at this guy invested so much into those fireboards, it probably slowed him down a lot. Hopefully now this guy can then come in and clutch up here. And win me the game. That's what I'm hoping for. That's an insane fire rate? No, he just has 9, he has 9 mortars. So, it's not like 3 mortars firing super fast, it's just 9 mortars. Which is kind of scary, to be honest. It does do all the things a lot of fire mortars do. Oh shit, I'm dead. Yeah, I don't have enough metal to defend against that. I'm cooked, yep. Or maybe I can survive by just building wood and just building gunners. I don't think, but I think I'm kneecapped on actually playing the game here, which is kind of a shame. It is a shame, but it is what it is. Sometimes you go through life and then you have to be the guy that tanks the whole game. Rapid fire mortars? No, he's AA baiting? Well, AA baiting means that you have something after to actually do damage. He's AA baiting, but there's no follow-up. So how could it be AA baiting? Like, there needs to be a follow-up for it to be AA bait, man. That's bait right there. This guy is normal baiting. He's doing rage bait. Based normal bait moment. What? Is there nothing in between that and the core? Kill the core. There's like 1 piece of metal or wood there. Well, I guess that wasn't his core, but whatever, something blew up now. Oh, I did the make buzzsaw two-shot, that's so cancer. Well, I'm alive, which is nice. Is he masturbating? Bro, that guy, he knows. He's got all the techniques for making me mad. Oh. Teammate did his teammate thing. Very nice. I appreciate that. Anyway, it's now time to shoot him normally. He was baiting a mute. Oh, did he get muted? Buds, mute this guy for 5 minutes. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, that was a very nice landed nuke. No weapons for that guy. You can't be serious, bro. The funniest thing is if this accelerator fails, it goes directly into his core. That is a based-ass placement. That accelerator either works or he goes down with it. I can respect the grind, man. Yeah, he's a man of living on the edge. And he respects the edge. Hey, whoa, come on, man. I just want to build a couple gutters. Do some gutter vibing. No clue how they lost it. I was so sure we were cooked. Well, I mean, while they were all shooting me, my teammates shot them. That's kind of how that went. Like, look at, like, kneecapping me is a good strategy and all, but sometimes it's not always the best strategy, you know? Sometimes there's other strategies that also work. Oh, I missed, man. Doesn't matter. This guy's not paying attention. And now I can EMP everybody for free. Get EMP'd. I mean, like, the EMP actually threatens the bottom guy a lot, because if the bottom guy gets EMP'd while she's trying to fire his accelerator, it will just go into his core. So, oh wait, the accelerator's gone. Interesting. Looks like it didn't actually work out. Average accelerator player not contributing to the game at all and then doing nothing. I've never seen this one before. That's for sure. Penguin's cannon? Where's the penguin cannon? I don't see, there's nothing called the penguin cannon. Hello? Tempest cannon, is this it? No, it's not it. I don't know, whoa, what are these? This is not part of the base game. What do these do? Magna beam rockets? Why would I want to build magna beam rockets? What? Wait, holy based? Upgrades? I have a... Oh, wait, I don't have an upgrade center. That's why I upgraded the magna beam rockets. Oh. Okay. It all makes sense now. That's what it defaults to when there is no normal rockets. What happens when a mortar hits an EMP missile? I'm pretty sure they both explode. Super MP? Wholly useless? What, the rock? Yeah, the EMP rockets don't exactly do any damage, and I'm kind of missing out on my EMPs now. The EMPs actually did something, but you know, that's just what happens. Hello there. Can I don't think I can actually snipe that. I can. Hey, whoa. A little feisty there with the mortars, aren't we? Shit. You realize he could just shoot me again? Not a big fan. LL. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Well, back to tanking fire mortars for 15 years here. That's absolutely lovely. It feels like pre-nerf fire mortars. Everybody would just spam that all day. Does enough damage just to kill. We have active? No. It's just this is how fast snipers reload now, I guess. No rocket, no snipers for you. Magna can be probably mess up enemy aiming if left unchecked. Yeah, but it can also mess up teammate aiming. Like, I'm sure my teammates are firing. They're like, oh, that's not where I meant for my nuke to go after I Magna rocket pulls it in some weird place. Misses the enemy base. They're like, Cloud, why are you trolling? Magna Rocket's not actually working out right now. I love this guy keeps placing snipers in locations I can see that they're placed down, so that I can immediately snipe them. Like, it's so free. That way, look at that. Bottom base is his own bunch of random sticks. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud, because now that I imagine the guy across me is going to hide his snipers. No, he's actually just building a door? Oh, that's OP. Bro, why is there so many gunners? This is so lame. Can somebody shoot all the gunners down here? Oh, I can't play the game. I just want to have fun, and all these people are doing counterplay. I love it when YouTube eats your message. Bro, me too, me too. Then I have less things to read and can focus more on the game. You're starting to get it. Let us gutter out that sniper. Now he thinks he can fire the sniper now. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Yeah, you try and fire that sniper. No. Oh, I missed. I missed all the gunners. Wait, is there no real cooldown? There's no real cooldown here. Oh, got his sniper again. He can't play the game. Oh, hey, look at the bottom guy stopped building AA, so now his teammate can be freely shot here. Amazing. That's what I rely on that bottom guy for. He's no longer actually helping out his team. Nice. True harassment. Could it be meta to disrupt AA with magnets? Maybe. But that also sounds like a job for somebody else who is willing to put in more effort and thought into playing the mod. I would love to learn how to play the mod, but let's be honest, I'm not about to like launch the mod in my free time, so you know. After that, perfectly content just play the base game. How did I miss that? What? That guy just rebuilt there. There we go. No more gutters for that guy. Should be perfectly good. Wait, the magnets the rockets cost 1,800 energy to fire? Under what good reason? That's 800 more than the base game. Why did they make rockets terrible in the mod? That is so lame. Man. Average mod creator. Nuking rockets. Wants to be a mod creator that can't play against rockets. Make it backfire into his own base. Why are you streaming if you don't want to read chat? I do want to read chat. I was trying to make a joke. No. I was trying to do stuff for the comedy. And now I'm just getting bullied. Wow, that guy's... Oh, look at that. The accelerator failed and now he just shot his own core. Who could have seen this one coming? Alright. No, I can't do anything against bottom base. Why are you not using modded guns? Because I'm top base, bro. Top base doesn't have enough resources to mess around with all the modded guns. It's literally too poor to afford all the expensive bullshit that modded is always using. Like, you want to see how, like, look at this requires 700, like, this is all just too much money. A shield battery. Place that down. I don't know what that does. It's true, guys. Cloud hates us. Yes. Finally, you figured it out. You figured it out. I stream so that I can shit on you guys live. You know, if you know, just shitting on you guys' videos isn't enough. You know, I have to go live and be like, you guys are not it. You know, sometimes when you guys look in the mirror, I bet you think of thinking that you're not all there, that you're not the prettiest being on earth. Drop your base, and as you fall, get them to shoot once with a good angle. Easy GG. Oh, that's true. That's true. Drop my base with the coordinates so that I can fire the rockets once. And it'll be called the trick shot. Well, that was pretty that was a game. I quite like polluted post battle. So I don't know if I want to play it. We can do skill shot. 4v4 battleships? Do I want a bunch of people in my base so that I can complain about them the entire time? No. The thing about normal 4v4 co-op, right? is that in 44 normal, I can just kill somebody and then they're dead. In co-op, I can't do that. And that sucks. That sucks so much. All the losing player have 0% reactor health. I think this is significant. Oh, really? You're saying losing reactor health may cause you to lose the game? Shit, I should reactor health max. You should do a study into that one. You collapsed the last battleship? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because my teammates had built stability check. It's all their fault, huh? You see, that's the beauty of it. It's always everybody else's fault in co-op. Because you're not always in control of 100% of the base. Oh no, I can't sabotage my own teammates? Yeah. Can we add gather due to the small amount of mind spaces? Or what? This guy's playing a different map than I am. Small amount of mind spaces on skill shot is crazy. That is 100% bait though. Nobody says that with a straight face. Like, oh, you could only get to 9 mines here? Oh, we are quite poor right now. Like, come on. Man, yeah. The bait. Bait is becoming less believable by the day. You can't keep getting away with this. I mean, they're not getting away with this, but they can't just keep making it easier. Go back turbines here. Oh, this guy's going top turbines. This guy's GG. Oh, wait. There's a wind floor. There's no way there's a wind floor on this. Who adds a wind floor in the big 20? I'm a little bit annoyed right now. I never thought anybody would have the be the type of guy to add a wind floor to a forge map, especially just one where you're supposed to have fun. Like, this is not supposed to be a sweaty one that got submitted to the devs for an official map recommendation. This was just a normal map where you're supposed to have fun, and then they added a wind floor. Unbelievable. Isn't there a mod that gathers like Dune 2000? Possibly. Are you Technoblade's reincarnation or something? A lot of people tell me I sound like Technoblade. But I didn't, but the fact is he died when I was still alive, so you can rule out the reincarnation effect, okay? Like, maybe he came in and infested my body. You know, like, what was it called? Fuck. The other worlders theories where you could, like, go into your other versions of yourself in other worlds and could take over their bodies. That was like a TikTok trend or something. Maybe it's like that. Maybe he just took me in my body and then kicked me out, and then but still had my old memories. That could be a possibility. You know the mechanic of winning, you basically want to have better defense and offense and map control. You gotta shoot the reactor to the big thing in your opponent's. He's man. Shit, I should have thought of it like that. A lot of good thoughts in chat today, you know? A lot of like you guys I feel like could become the best players in the world. We didn't know you before he died, so he just left Minecraft for 14. He faked his death, and he's like, all right, Minecraft was lame. We gotta switch this shit up. You can't keep doing. I feel trapped. You know, I gotta expand my horizons. And then he just started a new YouTube channel, did the exact same thing. I don't know, seems far-fetched. So you're saying the reincarnation theory is more plausible than the he's in a similar generation and has probably lived a similar life, so that he has similar mannerisms? You know, I like the theory crafting though. You know, you win the game, I play the video game. No, that's always the funniest thing. Like, that's what you always see in, like, competitive, video game discords. It's like, somebody's like, well, I wasn't exactly sure what I did wrong here. And then the response is always like, did you have map awareness? And the other guy's like, I don't exactly know what you mean by that. It's like, you need to get better map awareness. And it's just like, well, you know, how do you even quantify that? Did you watch the game? Like, they're always just mention one topic, and they're like, did you have this? You didn't have enough of it. And it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's such good bait. Sound like Technoblade and Squid Kid in the same bait. I've never really watched Squid Kid. I know Squid Kid is from like the, he's the other potato guy. But I don't watch his content. And I don't think I have. Maybe I have. But I stopped watching it because I didn't. There's a possibility that I watched this content and I got bored. And I left. I have two sides. The one that farms 5 billion potatoes and the one that farms 4 billion. At the end of the day, we're all farming potatoes. Make a core catapult / refuge. I'm not gonna do that. It's not. You know how many times are you the guy that keeps asking me? I know there's one guy that keeps. You're probably the same guy. Why is this making my metal generation go down by 1? We'll make a bunch of the Hellfire shotguns. Wait, can this get upgraded? Hold on. Check that out in a second. Oh wait, I also want to actually go higher. We're going to the moon. We're gonna grab the expansion up there. I kind of want to build all my weapons up there actually. Then probably can hit 2 people. Then I can just turn this all into one massive piece of wood. As all vanilla bases go down this rabbit hole, just one massive block. I mean, it's the most efficient way to defend against everything. You can't just not build a massive block of wood. Otherwise, you're going to be poor spending all your money on defenses. Get better Wi-Fi, you probably fropping inputs. I love the way you wrote that. It's like the satirical magazine, The Onion. But I haven't actually read any Onion articles recently. I have to go check in on them. See what's new up. Microslop. I'm talking a lot about Microslop today. Kind of a shame. And I can guarantee you, like, eventually there's just gonna be a Chinese company that does everything Microsoft does, but better. And then everybody's just gonna switch over, and then Americans will be like, why do we have any massive tech corporate? Like, maybe because you made all your customers angry, so then all of them switch to the better Chinese version. Like, Chinese, like, look, I don't even think Chinese are doing, like, anything that's unfair play or anything. I think they're just creating better products, and all the American companies just get greedy. And it's like, you know what? Like, I don't... And then we terraform the Chinese products. Like, okay. Now I'm forced to buy the American version that's ass? Bro. Shit sucks. It's Friday. It is Friday. Does that mean you have no school tomorrow? Is weight determined by the number of nodes or by the volume used up? Nodes don't have weights as far as I'm aware. I think. I'm pretty sure weight is determined by struts and their length. I don't think nodes have any weight at all. Though I could be insane. I think I could be. I don't know all the statistics. Surprisingly. About everything. But maybe nodes do have weight. I'm sure somebody can go ask the devs or something. Steam name had me cracking up. Thank you, I put so much work in the stream name. I found it to be kind of a work of art, you know? I put a lot of work into it, and I'm happy that it had the effect I desired. If it wasn't making people laugh, then I would be depressed. I'd be like, I put so much work into this, and I got nothing out of it? I've been a little bit miffed. Big companies are in the US is due to America invest in high-speed internet early on. Germany, on an example, missed out on that. Hardly any big tech companies there. I don't know. I don't know enough about tech companies or the consequences of anything. Period. That's just, you know, look, I was never offered a class in high school to just study all of the tech companies' histories. They didn't offer that. It was not available on the curriculum. So we're like, and then they taught us Iran was pronounced Iran. So, you know, we're getting a great, I was getting a great education, okay? You know, Iran over there, which is a real country, and you know, something else, I'm sure. I don't remember much of it. I do remember Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was pretty cool, I'll admit. Genghis Khan kind of had the whole history maxing out down, you know? He did all the cool things. He conquered, like, the whole world in his one lifetime. And then he died. And that was pretty based. Yeah, this guy's gonna start having a fun time here. Dealing with all of the Hellfire shotguns and normal cannons. And Hurricane active. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that guy's dead. You know, if you build enforced buildings can be used as a wall and block of damage, you can build it and guns in it, and you can shoot them to protect your own core's reactor health. This guy should be a philosopher. In-name doors. We need an Angry Bird mod. There probably is an Angry... I've never played an Angry Birds mod. Though I could check if there is one. I don't actually know if there's an Angry Birds mod out there, to be honest with you. Probably is somewhere. I'm gonna get a laser tech here. Try and get some... Like, what I'm gonna try to do, build down here, get some evil angles up on that top base. That's the plan. Hanging out a whole row of windmills at once is satisfying. It is satisfying. And that's why you should always have multiple rows of windmills. Or just have back turbines. That can't happen. That means if your windmills dies, that means your base is also dead. Which is... There's some beauty in that. If I'm gonna die, at least all my windmills go out with me. These are all useless now, right? Yep. God, I'm so poor. There's no energy. Alright, that's just a hurricane moment. You know that energy shields consume energy? Somebody's about to go through, like, the wiki and just start, like, pulling shit out and stating facts. Did you know that metal is stronger than wood? Did you know that background bracing allows certain projectiles to pass through it? Did you know the only way to destroy a portal is with either swarms or EMPs? And we got all of the facts going. We're all going to start gaining knowledge like crazy. They're not going to be ready for it. Hey, look, it's cables. The only difference between a cable and a rope is that it's more expensive and does basically nothing. So I'm not going to be using them. But, you know, I wanted to use one as an example, you know? Teach the class what's going on. There's only an Angry Birds cosmetic mod. Really? Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, oh, it would be so cool if there was some with the sound effects going. Yeah, that was top base. I thought my teammate above me died, but no, that was top base. That's cool. I'm fine with that. Top base was kind of cooked anyways, I'm sure. Hey, whoa. Firing that at me? I don't have a purple tech. Uh-oh. Ooh. I can't build, Nah, we're okay. I can't build flax right now. No purple tech. I guess we'll just go with some gunners for now. Get some gunners right here. Sell these guys off. These guys are no longer useful, really, right? Yeah. These guys can still kind of shoot. I'm selling these guys off, too. You know portals can be used as a reflective shield that shoots back their own bullets? I didn't know about that one. After this, I'm going to be doing some crazy things. Anyways, also get some more flax. Oh, I still don't have flak tech built. That's wild. Ethernet cable very strong. My Ethernet cable is very strong. The internet at the university is very good once you get the Ethernet cable connection running. But before it was pretty ass. Before I was like dropping frames and stuff, the streams weren't all that great, and then the Wi-Fi would sometimes die. But after Ethernet, post Ethernet, my life has gotten great. Why is the plasma laser like slightly cheaper? That's wild. Oh, maybe I could go for an atom cannon. I didn't even realize it was part of the mod. I'm paying attention. How much does this cost? Only 6,000? No. Wait, where's it? 8,000. Okay, I have enough. I have 8,000 energy. I'm the wealthy. And get some flak running here as well. Gonna face upwards for my teammate, and then get some trench flak lying back here. Hey, my teammate popped off. Let's go. You know, machine gunners, flak turrets, and shield domes all are no target projectiles. And did you know that shotguns can too if you're shot enough? Which is a vague fact that nobody actually knows because nobody plays shotgun. Because why would you play shotgun? Let's be honest, people. Like, come on. Nobody's playing shotgun this day and age. Everybody just plays Architect on the maps where she used to be good. They learned that just infinite wood is actually just OP. You know, stress wood enough it turns into a lightsaber for 50% of the time. It's actually a good way of describing it. And then the lightsaber can break, and then everything can fall apart. Like Luke's arm after he was thrown down the chute in the Death Star. Was it? He lost his arm, right? He got cut off or something? I know there was something that happened to his arm that he had a bionic one. I should rewatch the early Star Wars series. It's so good. There's actually world building that makes sense. Play shock for the baddie factor. This is a real man talking right here. Certified dude. Fuck! That was mean. Ever consider my feelings? Huh? Bet that guy didn't consider my feelings. Now I will go in my depressed cave. Sit there for 3 hours. Because I got no more laser beams. Can't remember. I bet episode 10 will have a 30-minute section about what happened to Luke's hand. Wait, are they actually going to make more Star Wars? I thought the show was done. Or the official trilogy was done. Now there's only spin-offs. I imagine Disney's going to... I mean, it's Disney, right? So they're definitely going to make more. They always do. If there's money to be made, there's going to be more shows to come. Which is the beauty of Disney or something. But I mean, if people are still willing to watch it, then like, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, like, if they make more Star Wars shows, I'm probably gonna watch it still, right? Like, I'm just as guilty as everybody else in this instance, and maybe that's okay. Well, in fact, instant resource and mods are OP. They are, because that means nukes are just unplayable. Because then, if your nuke just hits a base, and then it gets instantly repaired. And splash damage just ceases to exist, pretty much. Especially in mods where you have a lot more resource production as well. Adds to the silliness factor. My team needs to start expanding backwards there as well. Clone Wars was on Disney. Oh, was it? Really? You know what? Maybe I'm okay with this one. I learned that Disney actually made something good in the Star Wars series. My base just rejected it. The lightsaber strut took me out. It was evil. It was red. If it was blue, it would have been perfectly fine. No sync cam? Yeah, the degeneracy is real. What if you place a repair turret behind instant metal? It gets instantly repaired. Yo, Cloud, how you doing today? Hello, Lemon Munchin. Sorry I didn't check Twitch chat for like an hour there. W Stability Tech, thank you. I was not paying attention to my stability at all. I thought you were a master builder. Yeah, I thought so too. They're gonna take away my license, man. It's lost after this. I'll be out of a job. Should have been paying a little bit more attention, definitely. Why no co-op on death? Oh, how do I phrase this? It sucks. I have come to the opinion that it's ass. It makes all the games last way too long, and it makes Overdrive way too strong. There's no reason to play any other commander other than Overdrive and co-op on death. There's actually zero reason. Why would I play a commander that allows me to aggressively take somebody out if they can just join their teammate's base? And if co-op on death is on, the meta becomes to kill yourself and join your teammate. Which is stupid. Like, it just, like, that's what the meta is. Which is just absurd. You know you can run faster by equipping these Hermes boots? Is this a Terraria reference? Pretty sure I did that when I was like... I played Terraria on my iPad when I was in elementary school. And I never actually beat the game. But I had fun playing it with my sister. That's all that matters. Me and my sister had a lot of fun back then playing our little mobile games. You were purposely donating more grounds to your teammates? That's true. No, my teammate's never gonna take my base. This guy right here is having a real problem actually trying to kill this guy down here. Getting skill issued. How many hours do you have on Forge? 3,000 roughly. Think I have that amount? Let's see. Yeah, 2,900 hours on this account, and then where's my alts? Alt is somewhere here. I have my alt somewhere, I'm sure. Where is it? Is this it? No. Oh, my alt has like 150 as well, so it's over 3,000 now. Press space to jump. You can make your whole base just jump, gain a little bit of height, shoot your cannons, then go back down. This is Cloud's very first Fort stream. I've never streamed Forts before. It's accurate. There's a server on Discord where the VC some people aren't in has reached 3,300 hours. I mean, of course. Like, there's plenty of people that I know that has a lot more than me. Oh, Crucial Lane is 2,500. But, like, you know, where's Ethan? Ethan has, like, 4,400. Firework has 5,500. Where's Tar? Tar should have been playing the game recently, right? There he is. Tar's 4,800. Noah, 3,500. 5,600, 5,900. Like, there's a lot of people out there that have even more hours than I do, which is it's kind of crazy. 40s, yeah, there's like, I'm definitely not the worst offender in terms of playing this game. There's a lot of people out there that there's one guy with like 9,000, which is just crazy. I have almost 7,500 hours on Roblox. Yeah, but Roblox is like a gaming platform. It's like me saying I have 7,500 hours on Steam. Like, yeah, on which games? Like, I don't consider Roblox like one game. It's a gaming platform that features games. I don't like when people say Roblox is a game. It rubs me the wrong way. I'm just like, no, there's games in the Roblox platform. How much does Forts cost? It costs like $15. No, you could just buy it on sale. And don't buy any of the DLCs either. You can just have somebody else in the lobby have the DLCs. As long as the host has the DLCs, everybody can play the DLCs. What are your top 3 games? I think it's like Forts, Hearts, and then maybe Factorio? Maybe Deadlock? Where do I see that? Where do I see games? Forts, Hearts, Age of Empires, actually, number 3. Actually, no. Beyond All Reasons, number 2. Ignore this. Beyond All Reason, I have, I think, actually, I can't. This doesn't work with the current OBS settings. Yeah, Beyond All Reason, I have like 1,200. So, or 1,200? Yeah, 1,200. Which makes it my second most played game. Well, you play Hearts of Iron? I do. I have made videos on Hearts of Iron before. Which is, I don't know if that's kind of shocking. I mean, I'm not expecting everybody to check my channel page. I don't check anybody's channel pages. I just assume the YouTube recommendation algorithm knows what I want. And it doesn't. Which is extremely disappointing. Considering that's what they're made to do. They're supposed to find all the videos I want to watch so that I can waste my life away. They don't even find a good video so that I stop watching YouTube. And it's a shame because there's so much content out there. It's unbelievable. That's like their whole job. Just make a good algorithm. They have like trillions of dollars. Made me off. When are we getting Polybridge 3 stream? Never. Statics master by now. Bar needs much attention management, right? Yeah, bar is just extremely stressful all the time, which is what makes it fun. But the great thing about bar is that I can brag and say that I am a pro at 2 games because Large team? I should be on the large team section. There I am. Look at that. I changed my name because too many people were recognizing me. But currently number 88 on the large team leaderboards. And then season 2, I was number 66. Which gives me bragging rights. You know, I can be like, I mastered 2 games. How many games have you mastered? And it was like nothing. Aha. What are my specs? You know, my specs. You may not have my Wi-Fi specs though, because that actually just gives away my IP address. My GPU, my disk, my memory, and my CPU. There you go. Who's giving Cloud straight teeth? You've mastered Mindustry? Well, good for you. What do you do? Do you play like multiplayer 1v1s? How does that work? Didn't I say I was gonna do battleships at some point? I did say that. Oh, I kinda wanna do battleships. And turn on some stupid mods to make the game go way too fast. You know what? Weapons Pack 101 I have not done in a while. What? Did I misspell it? There it is. We already know your IP address. Fuck. Do I moderate chat? No. Somebody else does. You've mastered the programming of Mindustry? Well, why would you do that? Why don't you just master normal programming? Like, I understand it's cool and all. And I just steal the code, right? Like, I just copy the blueprint of somebody else's little automated miners or something. But, you know, why don't you just, like, learn Python or something? Yeah, there's a lot. How's Apple? This apple's super good. They didn't have any bananas at the dining hall today. I had to take an apple out. Could be here or the most random place ever. I heard if you pray... Yeah, I'm not finishing that. Yummy apple. The apple is so good. Green apples are... I'm a green apple supremacy kind of guy. Everybody who's like, I like red apples, where I'm just like, I'm suspicious of you. They're always more soggy. They're not as sweet. They're not as sour. That's like the whole thing that makes them apples, man. You want to eat an apple, not some fucking... Like, if I wanted to eat some soggy thing, I would eat like a shoe. Okay? Not an apple. I came for an apple for the sweet and the sourness. And you don't get that without, you know, without eating a green apple. You don't get that. Or you can find them in red apples, but it's just green apples are just a lot more consistent in that fact. I have never understood the red apple lobby. I swear they control Congress. And a secret conspiracy there. Golden apples. Oh yeah, but like, that is true though. You get some honey coated green apples or caramel coated green apples, and they're just the best thing ever. Actually, the best dessert. The only problem is that they're extremely dirty and they make my fingers dirty. That's like the main problem. Info sign. Wow, that's some good. This is some good information right here. Wow, this is good. This is really gonna help me. Thank you, Alex. I mean, I'm gonna no. Hold on. We're making fun of him live. Where is he? There he is. There we go. I go insult him. Stupid ass mod creator doesn't know how to create a mod. Will you stream tomorrow? I stream on Fridays and Sundays usually. I like streaming on Fridays and Sundays. InfoSign can tank nukes base and it's free. What does the mod add? It adds all of these things. I'm pretty sure the 20mm autocans are completely broken. I think I made a video on that guy before, so that's what I'm gonna build. No, that guy is the same guy that won the modder awards on the modder showcase, and then he just starts talking about the fact that he works on satellites here. That's like his first thing. Hello, my name is Alex D. I actually started a program to make games. Where is it? Now, I spend my time developing software for satellites and working on high-performance graphics software. He just literally just goes there and then flexes. So it's like, come on, man. Talk about the game. Nobody... You don't have to make me feel bad. Unbelievable, man. These Force modders, all they can do is flex about their own achievements. I wouldn't be having this. But no jiggle mod. I feel like Red Apple is more green ones because I binged green ones. It was entirely raw on the inside, but the skin was still green. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that could ruin the experience. I understand that. Yeah, that if I did that, I'm pretty sure I would also be traumatized. I'd be like, damn, red apples are not actually all it. I'm gonna have to go find. I'm becoming a green apple. Wait, no, red apple maid. I think I was mixing up my language there. Having a great bio is the best feeling. He is just better. Yeah, I know he is just better. Okay. You think I need you guys to tell me that? Bro, whenever I talk to him, he's always just like, yeah, and recently I got invited to the software conference in UC Berkeley. And like I got to listen to some of the greatest software engineers in the world. And it was quite fat, and I was just like, brother, please, man. I'm just trying to live my life as a normal person. You're over here making me feel like I'll just be a nothing burger forever. I won't have influence while you're creating all this cool shit. No, actually, I've met him in real life before, because I actually met him because he had to go to one of his software conferences in LA, and I was like, oh, you're in LA, you want to meet up? And he's like, sure. So then I met him at University of Southern California, USC. Yeah. I only met him because he was so smart and he got invited and flown out, which is just wild. You know, and all the Force players are going off to do great things, starting companies and stuff. Well, you're a YouTube, so that's better than him. True, he's getting paid like an insane amount of money, but I have a YouTube channel. So, you know, at the end of the day, would I rather have hundreds of thousands of dollars or a very small following on a YouTube platform? You know, it's like one or the other at the end of the day. End of the day, who's really winning? But no, he worked hard for it. He deserves it. I mean, he made this mod. He made Flying Forts. He made a lot of good mods. I thought you were Canadian at first. What, bro? And what? For what reason? Is it because I stay inside and play video games all day? And that's like a Canadian thing. Why do you make big box where you can be tower turret? Doesn't make it more likely collapse? No. The thing is, if you look, imagine a howitzer comes down and goes like this. Right? If you have a tower back here, howitzer hits right here, the whole thing collapses. If you have big boxes here, howitzer hits this, nothing happens. That's the idea. No, give me that fucking weapon. Who just spent all the money? Why? Why? We could have built a 20mm auto cannon and won the game, but no. We are so cooked, man. It's so over. All my teammates know how to do is build wood. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Good question. I think I am an extrovert, I would say. I'm an extrovert who feels very strongly... I'm a very judgmental extrovert. I'll say that. I think I'm a very judgmental extrovert who doesn't like talking to people who are not very similar to him. I think that's the best way of putting it. You know, every time I talk to somebody and like I don't understand how they work, I don't talk to them. And that meant in most places I don't talk to, like any place where there's not like a large amount of people, I don't talk to anybody. I talk to people on the internet and I talk to a select few people in real life. Most people I don't talk to. You know? Most people I'm just like, what's going on here? Why are we doing that? Why are you doing that? That's kind of weird. What do you mean you just sports bet it all day yesterday? If only they knew how to make AA? Who? Us? Maymon's good start to doing your own stuff. You gotta start somewhere. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not like he found... you don't understand how insane of a coder Alex he is. He coded... He was going so far in the code that he found high C's before it was announced. He found high C's in the code before the devs announced it. And then he contacted the devs about it, and they were like, shit, you want to become part of the testing team? So, and in exchange, he got a job. You know, he got to be in the he got to work on the code in forts because he was just digging around so deep that he found the DLC before it was announced, which is just crazy. And then he also found a way out of the forts like restriction so that he could start stealing files on your computer, which is crazy. You know. That after he told me that, he's like, yeah, I just told the devs about it. And I was just like, bro, you could have harvested so much information, man. You could imagine how much money you could have made selling that to data brokers. What was that orb that passed by? I think it was the white and black hole launcher, though it didn't do actually that much. I'm massive extrovert online, but hugely introvert IRL. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because like you understand how the people online understand you, and your life maybe not. Nice face. You got their mind if you borrow it. Is this a Skinwalker reference? Welcome back, Mafia. Uh-oh, that's a pretty sure that's one of the very, very strong nukes. Hold on. I know that's something there. I'm pretty sure it's the magnetic accelerator cannon. Can we get all the forlogs going? What? What happened? It was all bait? Nothing actually happened? Eh? Huh? Oh, it was all bait, I guess. Nothing ever happens anyways. It's like, you know, get a TIE fighter going. Art looks so good. Oh yeah, this. Yeah. Alex really put into effort into making these sprites. But he's a coder, not an artist, you know? Atom bomb incoming, but it never did. It never came. That was a scary alarm. Did it hit the ground? I think it did. Hold on, we have to make a couple TIE fighters here, maybe. Or a glass cannon. No, I probably should not put that there. I don't even want when there's a black hole coming in. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, good thing we had stability. My teammates built stability. But now we repair everything immediately, because that's how mass wood spam works. And it's OP, and there's nothing you can actually do to defend against it. The railgun shakes the whole screen. Base 1? What? Why are you so scared? There's nothing wrong with type. I make typos all the time. In fact, I can't write an essay without, like, autocorrect. Like, I rely on autocorrect to type, like, for essays, and the problem is that a lot of games don't have autocorrects. Every time I'm trying to type a message, I just, like, completely mess up the spelling. But most people still understand what I'm trying to say. But it's a little bit embarrassing. And it was just like, oh, you can't even type on your keyboard. And I'm just like, I know, man. Shit's difficult. They gave me easy mode when I was learning, like, to write stuff. So that I never learned how to actually write something correctly. It's not my fault. What's happening? We're firing. Is that the glass cannon? I think that's a glass cannon that's firing right now. The doors are open for some reason. Oh, wow. That is some crazy drop. Did absolutely nothing. The masturbate. Oh! Ah! Oh, well, yeah, you know. Oh, GG! Wow, wasn't that a fun game? A modded moment. Somebody just shot once. You know what? That's what that was. How long was that a game? Fucking 11 minutes for one cannon shot. Modded enjoyment. This is what we come to weapons for. Make your enemies believe you're weak. Like, oh my god. Wait, why do I have full screen reactor flash on? That should not be. I don't. With the mod forces that on, that's so stupid. Watch this absolute beaut. I have to get a replay value out of this because it's the only thing that happened the whole game, making the stream boring. Yep. Can't see anything. I don't have VFX explosions on either. Full screen was from the gun? No, I'm pretty sure they swung their cores down here. And you're gonna see when this backbase collapsed that it was actually, Oh, no, wait, no, maybe it was, oh, it was from the gun. Okay, no, you were right, You're absolutely right. I was wrong, preemptive statement was incorrect, and the back collapsed, and then the howitzer fell upon the core. And that's GG. Another riveting game complete, huh? The modded experience. There's nothing like it, and there never will be. Anyways, we do Mountain Range. I haven't done that map yet. They almost survived, almost. But sadly, the glass cannon was too strong. I feel like playing Architect and then just rushing that is the play, though. I'm be honest. And it doesn't seem to be a very effective counter to that. Randomize? We can randomize. 4v4 balls when? Ooh, I can do the Chinese balls map. I quite like the Chinese 4v4 balls map. It's good. Same mod? Yeah, yeah. Of course. This is the guy who puts satellites over. Okay, this is one of his first mods ever. Like, I'm pretty sure this was his first mod that he made. So, I'm not expecting, you know, this was his learning phase. Now he, because of all the mistakes he made making the mod, now he's making less mistakes on the satellites and stuff. Think of it like that. Generates 17 metal per second. Is that even worth? Because an upgraded mine produces 6 metal, right? And if this takes 3 mines worth of space, then it's not worth, maybe? Not exactly sure. I don't think I'm going to build those. And also those are hard to defend and stuff, so not happening. Satellite crash anticipated. No, but he only works on the code of satellite that's already up there. At least from what he tells me. He doesn't, like, work on the launch or anything. So, like, if the satellite breaks in space, that's his fault. But it's not his problem getting the satellite up there. That's, like, SpaceX that does that. What's my nationality? Well, I am American, Austrian, and German. So I have all 3 nationalities in my build. I'm collecting them like Pokemon. You know? Maybe I'll go and collect the Chinese one next. I'm thinking about that. Just moving there. All my Chinese friends that say that China is an extremely cheap place to live, so I'm like, He's Germanican? You forgot the Austrian part of that. Germanic end. You have to add an I in there to get the Austrian end. Is this base above average for sure? Probably. Probably. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. That's uncalled for. You sniping my core like that? My tiny Japanese knowledge slipped my bad? You have Japanese knowledge? That's crazy. I feel like learning Japanese must actually be one of the hardest languages for, like, Americans to learn. Because, like, especially, I mean, those types of Asian languages must be, like, most difficult anyway. Because you have to learn the language, and then you also have to learn all the stupid characters. Like having unique characters for every single word ever is silly, in my opinion. Germanic Austrian. No, but then you have the whole Austrian word, you know? You can't... Maybe Germanistian. Stian, maybe at the end there. Or Austro-Germanican. Austro-Germanican sounds cool. It's like Austro-Hungary, but Austro-Germanican. I think maybe that's what I identify as. I should put that in, like, my little, like, Instagram post. Be like, proud Austro-Germanican. And then everybody's gonna be like, you know, an Austro-Germanican? I've heard of one of those guys before. I'm Polish, not American. Poor guy. Poor guy. Born and raised in Europe. That's rough. How about you learn Czech? I'm never learning Czech, bro. Actually, like, what are the... Like, come on. Let's be serious around here. Learning Czech is never gonna happen. Nail Polish. Bulgarian. No, we're coming up with some good ideas. Chat, as usual, showing me the correct way of doing things. With oil rigs. See, this is the problem with the oil rigs. Like, how much space they take up. Like, where's he supposed to put his text and shit now? You know? That's what I'm thinking. It's just like, if you make oil rigs and you like all your time, like, it may work in battleships when you have like infinite space anyways, but like normal, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go laser tech this time. Don't Japanese write like early day tree for morning wood? Day early tree for morning. I don't know. I'm the last guy who knows about Japanese grammar. Like, I may be a weeb, but I'm not enough of a weeb to actually study the foreign language. If I'm gonna learn a Europe, I said Chinese, then I said European. If I'm gonna learn an Asian language, it's gonna be Chinese. I was like, come on, that's like on the usefulness aspect. I feel like that is the most useful one. I was like, at this point, not many people speak Chinese anymore, or Japanese anyways, because they're all dying out. Because they don't know how to get down, you know, and dirty. They're all just being too ethical, being too clean of a people. Don't know how to reproduce anymore. It's a shame. Compared to my country, you live in heaven. Where do you live? I mean, I live in America, which, you know, as long as you can buy a house at some point in your life, you're pretty much set. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to buy a house. We'll see though. You've been chilling with the Chinese, the secret Chinese spy. The Japanese stole the Chinese kanji and started using it themselves. Okay. And now they're cooked, because now nobody wants to learn the language, because it's super less efficient than, like, English and German and stuff. And just making... Oh, like, look, we have 26 letters. Like, that makes everything so easy. Like, how do they even organize stuff alphabetically? Like, can you even do that in Chinese? You're like, I want to organize this alphabetic. No, you can't do that. You know? It's like, it wouldn't be possible. There's no real order to the letters. Unless you, like, took the phonetic spelling, which you could. Which, they probably do that, but, like... You know, at that point, like, honestly, I wish China would just switch over the phonetic spelling. It would make everything a lot easier for everybody. Just be like, yep, this is what it sounds like. We're gonna write this down. This is now how it's spelled. You know, like, ni hao. Fuck whatever characters we had before. It's now just spelled N-I, and then how. And then, boom, you got an actual language, you know? And it's more friendly to foreigners. You can start exporting that shit. It would be so good. It'd be so good. The Chinese century would arrive 3 centuries earlier. But I have a feeling they're going to be like, we lived like this for thousands of years. We're not about to stop now. It's going to be like, okay, you're lost. Silly man. Don't know how to export your culture. Your grammar is giving me a brain aneurysm? My grammar is correct. And you know why? Because I say it is. Ni hao, bam, great at spelling. It's true. True. That is exactly like, you're like, you go to a Chinese person, so what does this mean when you say it in Chinese? That's the most fucked way to spell that. Exactly that. God, this man's a genius. Holy storages? Yeah, bro, I'm trying to build a black hole launcher, okay? Shit is not cheap. You gotta fill your entire base with just massive explosive, pretty much. And you know what? That's the beauty of it all. My grammar. Okay, but that is pronunciation. That's not even grammar. That's not a relevant insult to the argument at hand. Okay? You have to go. If I was complaining about pronunciation, I said my pronunciation. Like that then that's a valid like cope. But at the current state, that's not a valid cope. Come on, man. You have to organize your arguments correctly, otherwise you're just gonna make yourself look like a fool. Base collapse incoming? No, I have the 4 log, I have the 3 logs, I literally have everything here. Base is not gonna collapse. No shot. Unless I have nothing else to do but build the base here, because I have to wait for the black hole launch to build, which is gonna take 3 years. Why do we play Architect? 100% should have played Architect. Because I suck at speaking. No language is my first, because I suck at speaking and I suck at spelling. Must live a rough life. But I low-key want you to stay niche. I love your content so much I want to gatekeep. You're like, no, if it becomes too big, there's gonna be so many chatters that I won't hear me anymore. That's probably valid though. And like, I mean, I understand that because like, I've seen how large like streamers go, and they can't respond to everybody. It's just how it goes. No. At least I can read hiragana. What is hiragana? What? Is that like another Japanese version of spelling that's also fake? Like kanji? I know that my dad speaks some Japanese, and he was telling me because he lived there for a little bit, and he was like, yes, they have like 4 different languages in spelling, and I'm just like, bro, no wonder they're still stuck in the 2000s. If you had to digitalize in 4 different languages, like why don't they just like centralize it into one? You know, get rid of all the fats. Like, if I was the Japanese government, I'd be like, you know, there's one correct way of spelling, we're not doing any other way anymore. And then, like, everybody would be like, yes, I can finally go to school, not have to learn 18 different things about language. I can finally learn math instead. What the heck is a super expensive material? I don't actually know. Super duper reflector. Good name. Reflection speeds up all large projectiles, cannot be destroyed by damage. Watch out for kinetic. Ah, so it can be destroyed by a black hole launcher, essentially. Anji's own rapid hole. Oh. But they're turning steps into electricity. True. True. That's what gives them a foreign, like a futuristic look, huh? The fact that they can do that in the fact that it's super not viable. They have stolen Chinese, old Japanese, and Latin. Wait, there's Latin in there? Finally, the Italian representation there. At the end of the day, everybody feels the power of the Italians. Nobody can escape. They're too strong. They're gonna take their spaghetti and spread it around the world. Culturally dominated. Huh? Is that gonna fire? Nope. Nope, door was open for too long. Make loss. Hey, there goes my teammate. No full screen reactor flash was on that time. I'm not going insane. Why? My god, I'm gonna have a stern talking to Alex D. Unbelievable. And I don't think he's ever gonna fix the mod because he's too busy working on satellites, but like, you know, I still complain about it. You're not a big fan of this bottom. Oh, that's gonna hit my teammate, isn't it? Oh, it didn't hit my teammate. Okay, good. Hello there, enemy base. Oh, is that not gonna kill anything? No. Wow, that was a lot of waiting for nothing. Thought it would do more than that. I was a fool for believing so. Kanji represents ideas, not whole words. Yeah, so it's like the same thing as the Chinese ones. What is the Minecraft Jetty mod equivalent of words? I don't know what the Minecraft Jetty mod is. Okay. Oh. I've only ever played the factory Minecraft mods. So that's all I'm really interested in. I'm really interested in all the other types. No. No, why is this guy defending his teammate? That's cheating. Wait, you could just shoot it down? No, you can't. Oh. Base got some wiggle. Energy doesn't equal power. Yeah, but like in my mind it does. So what do you have to say about that, huh? Look, energy is like a form of power, or what? Energy is power. I think you have electricity. I like electricity as a form of power because it's just electricity. I understand. I use electricity. This PC is running on electricity. But I know that like energy is often like oil and stuff and things. A missile bomber, one of those. I have no idea how to defend against all the bullshit. Hey, look, that was a glass cannon. Good thing it didn't hit me. Oh! No, it stopped the black hole! Fuck. Intentional AA right there. Huge? Yeah, I mean, look, you saved your teammate. Are you a Minecraft Greg Tech? I don't play that much Minecraft. AC/DC means power. For nerdy people. Not for me. I'm a normal person. Us normal people never know what you're referring to. New meta? Yeah, that's the new meta. Anyways, that should collapse this guy's base. That should be able to follow up and kill his teammate. Oh yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. And it all comes crumbling down. Oh. Oh, and now he just shot his teammate. Very nice. Very nice. Top ace is definitely not trolling. Hopefully that actually hits that base. A mod pack for the autistic and unemployed. Oh. It takes 4,000 hours on average to even complete it? That sounds terrible. How long did it take to code the mod then? I could have, like, whoever, like, that must be like their entire life's work, creating that mod. If it takes 4,000 hours to complete. I wonder what, I'm actually more interested in what the people did after they completed the mod, because there must be like some empty void in them. They're like, well, the Minecraft Jenny mod was my entire life and now it's not with me anymore. What am I supposed to do? Just replay it. I mean, like, I bet I can do it in half the time this time. Hey, that guy's dead somehow. I'm not exactly sure how, but he died. It's on Minecraft version 1.7.10. Yeah, I would imagine, like, after creating that, the guy's like, I don't really want to update this anymore. Take too long. Not a mod, it's a mod pack. It's kind of the same deal, isn't it? The Stargate. How did that guy die? What? Bro, people keep dropping like flies. I don't know what's happening. Such a finicky plane. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's actually really cool. That is better designed than the actual planes in the, This is before High Seas was made, by the way. So there was no, like, code copying or anything from there. Very well designed. This is probably going to turn around and immediately shoot me. I'm going to actually take some preventative measures if that happens. Yep. Exactly what's... Uh-oh. What's happening down here? Hello. Uh-oh. That's gonna suck. Owie. Oopsies. My bad, teammate. Uh-oh. Small amounts of team killing going on. Where's the mini clip of the core getting destroyed? L stream 0 out of 10 immersion. I'm sorry, I can't do my job. Oh wait, I lost my purple tech. No. Aw, okay, I guess I'll just build a bunch of rockets now then. I think a bunch of rockets could be able to finish this game off. Right up. Me when you called it. I was trying to hit right here. My goal was to hit like right here and just pull everything together, but you know. My aim wasn't exactly all there for the black hole launcher, so I fuck. Okay, I'm just dead. Okay, well, you know, that works. I didn't realize he still had cannons. Oh, it was my teammate that killed me. Oh, based. It's good. I shot a black hole at you. That's worse. The base collapse, you win. Yeah, then my teammate shot me with his cannon. I just portal the black hole back at him. Duh, true. There's a manual shield weapon in the mod? Is there? Could be. A lot of weapons in this mod. Laser defense. Yeah, this one? Improved flak. Would have been safe at APM above 2. True. I'm just too bad at this game. Oh, this guy's cooked. He lost the one thing keeping him alive. Which was the portals. Yeah. Look at a replay how enemies bottom base died. No, there is full screen reactor flash. I'm not going insane. That's true. I don't know how the enemies 2 bottom bases died there. How did Hash die? Oh, he just sold off. Okay. Interesting. He sold off. How does Quack die? I'm pretty sure I shot Quack with a... Yeah, I shot that guy with a black hole. Okay, everything makes sense now. What's a Star Wars spaceship gun? It's like a TIE fighter that shoots out like 3 shots or something. Shouldn't black hole suck at all projectiles and laser? Yeah, it doesn't though. It's not like made that well. Which is okay. Oh my god, I hit the 3-hour mark? My goal has been reached. The stream shall be ending now. Want to go play some Deadlock. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna go play a different game and probably get rage baited by Deadlock, because that's how that game works. Yeah, see ya.